Okay. How many?
So
How
look,
how long
hey,
you got
but
left?
for real though, how y'all doing though?
Shut up. How many? How long do we have?
Hey, bro, shut up, bro. All right, RPS podcast number 6 starting, bro.
God
You know.
damn.
Can we try that again?
All right, we'll start. It's 10
That was
minutes.
ugly.
I was about to say, bro, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? Look, we go from there. We go from there. Do as we
Alright.
always do. Don't change for nobody, nigga.
You know how you used to
Alright.
like be like, oh yeah, y'all a bunch of, you know.
Nah, man, that man Arthur used to always call us bitches every single podcast.
Y'all are. Y'all still are.
I'm dead.
All right, bro. Look. Y'all want to redo it or what?
Look, bro.
Kinda.
Okay,
That would be
bro,
nice.
We'll redo it. 10 minutes.
Alright. Just tell us when it. Just,
Oh my
just
God.
tell us when it starts.
Okay, we'll have a very normal podcast start. No, Alex, you can even start it in 4 seconds. Now.
What's going on, you guys? This is the RPS Podcast.
Oh, hell no. All right. No.
Bro, we should have
No.
got podcast boosters.
Bro, no. That's
Dead.
like
That's what I was thinking of.
that's the type of
That's
stuff where
exactly what I was
like if
thinking.
we were all
Hey,
sitting
guys.
in a room together, like Alex would just like get smacked out the room like immediately. Like honestly.
Good thing we're not recording in the same room. That would be
No.
great, though.
But everybody listening, if you're listening on YouTube or live right now, this is 6th RPS podcast. Gonna be talking about like everything that happened at E3 and all that other stuff. But we don't have everybody that usually does it like Jalen Noel. Freaking, you know, fuck him. But look.
Hey.
Hey,
My
Quentin,
God.
opening statement.
What's up?
Still giggling like a little bitch. I mean, you know, we got a new person on
Hey,
the
bro, hold
podcast
up.
this time. You know, some people call him Adonis.
Yeah.
Some people think
I just
that
call him Gaming Wolf.
he's a wolf. But I call him Adonis. Adonis, introduce yourself.
Oh my god. Not a Dennis, but yeah.
And then we got one of the regular people on the podcast. You know, Alex, introduce yourself.
Oh man, it's really good to be back. Thanks for inviting me, Arthur. You know, it's been really good. But let's get into the
You too, boy.
podcast.
I mean, like, I don't understand. He been changing voices this whole podcast, like from the start.
I mean, yes, bro. I have like multiple
Like,
personalities.
Hey, bro, do that the whole
Come on.
podcast.
No.
It's good to be here, but you know, on to the first game.
All right, yo, what y'all gonna start off on? Y'all wanna do PS4 conference, Xbox conference, Nintendo, or what? What y'all wanna start off on?
No, hold on. Let's start with E3, bro.
What you?
Dead. I mean, EA.
Oh my
I meant EA. For the life of me, I did not know what we were doing for a hot minute.
Oh my god.
He literally
my
said,
God.
"Let's start off with E3."
Let's
What
start
else
off
are we
with
gonna
E3,
start
bro.
off?
Hell if I know, E4.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. All right. First thing from EA. Well, basically, the main thing everybody was talking about was Battlefield 1. What are y'all thoughts on Battlefield 1? Who wants to take the floor first?
I think we should give it to Adonis.
All right, Adonis.
I mean, you know, first coming into Battlefield 1, I'm already a little hyped for it. I mean, from the beginning of when you see the first trailer for it, it got me really hyped. I remember they showed some gameplay for it, and I actually really like that they're going back to like some of the wars, like the older style, because I feel like that's going to be like more cool, something new, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you?
Okay. Do you feel like Call of Duty should do that?
I like it's kind of different with Call of Duty because I feel like Call of Duty is like it's already had that set path where it's like always evolving and going into the future.
True,
and I mean,
true.
you know, it's good that they do that. That they make like new, fresh things that you know other people aren't gonna like. I can't say get anywhere else, but you know they're making some different stuff. Like it's still COD, but you know they're always moving into the future. But Battlefield is one of those games where they could take like any time period, and I feel like they could just like use that to make a really good like war game.
Okay, so you think Battlefield could go to the future?
I feel like Battlefield is at a time where it can, if they wanted to. I feel like do that, but at the same time, I feel like Battlefield's still more grounded realistically. So even if they were, they wouldn't go too far into the future.
True. I see what you're saying.
Like I feel more so like if we were at a time where like this is actually something going on, like flying cars and stuff like that, and you know all that futuristic stuff that you might see in COD, like you know jetpack suits and all that type of stuff. Then yeah, maybe they would actually use that, but they still focus more on time period that's already happened and like more realistic stuff.
Okay. Alex, how did you feel on Battlefield 1?
Without being said, I am a Battlefield fan, and seeing that they're going back to like I think it was World War One, yeah. I thought it was a dope idea, but I really just want to fly that big ass blimp, the freaking Zeppelin. I think that's really what I'm like what turned me like to that game. I'm like, yo, I want to fly a blimp. But like Adonis said, Battlefield 1, they do have a possibility of doing stuff in the future, but I feel like if they did it, it would kind of like lose its Battlefield like feel to it, because everybody knows this Battlefield as like, oh yeah, hey, here goes this modern old shooter. And you know, I really like it that way, because if they did go into the future, I don't even know how to feel about it.
I feel like they could pull it off way better than Call of Duty has been doing it though.
They probably could.
No, of course they won't.
Yeah.
Because it's out their comfort zone.
I don't really think it's the fact of them pulling it off better than it COD. I just think it's the fact of like
More enjoyable.
how they do it. Because you know, I mean, if they were to do it now, people are, oh, you're just copying off COD. You guys are unoriginal, and that's why I'm kind of glad that what it feels like they went like opposite completely. Like, yeah, we're not going to follow your trend. We're going to like completely just take it all the way back and rework it, and then make it even better.
I mean, well, wherever house it is, like anyone's gonna buy a Battlefield game.
Yeah.
I mean, cause like you can't just tell me that any of the Battlefields, like if you played any, you can't tell me that you did not enjoy it.
I mean, except for
Those COD fanboys.
Look, we don't even count. Look, bro. Battlefield Hardline isn't canon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, Quentin, how did you feel on it?
So look, we playing DC at the same time, so excuse me if it's a little choppy. Alright, so I liked the little trailer they had. I liked all the stuff they showed was possible. And I've never played a Battlefield game, so if anybody like has an issue with that, sorry. But their little thing, like all the stuff they showed in the trailer, after I went through like all the stuff they were saying about the actual game itself, all that stuff is possible, which made me extremely happy. Like you see the blimps, you see the planes, you see all that extra stuff. You see them fall down, you see them crash, explode, you see the trains. All that stuff is actually possible. It's not like just one of those games you watch and it's like, oh, the trailer looks cool, but can we actually play it? And then you actually get the game and it's like, oh, you go through this like straight line type game. You know, it just like tell you exactly what to do, and you can do nothing you saw in the trailer. Nothing. I'm not going to point no games out, but you already know.
Right. We ain't even finna do it.
You already know. We ain't even gotta say no names, but
Call of Duty
already
Infinite
know.
Shade.
I mean,
Watch Dogs 1.
That's what I was thinking too, Quentin. That's exactly what I was thinking.
But we'll discuss that later.
Right.
But no. Okay, so I liked all the cool stuff. Like, okay, if you shoot down the blimp mid-game, it will actually become a part of the map. Like, it will actually affect the gameplay of the entire. It won't just blow up and it's gone. No, it will make a crater. You will see the carcass of the actual thing, and it's so cool. I've never played a game that's like that. I played Planetside, and I know a bunch of people gonna be like, "Oh, it's not exactly like Battlefield." No. Well, people say it's related. It's kind of like Battlefield, so I'm gonna
Combat
take
style,
that since I never played Battlefield. Yeah. So in that game, you can blow up a galaxy, which is a giant plane, but it won't become a part of the map. Like, the wreckage won't do anything. So to hear that a giant, like, tactical fighting game, whatever, will actually have dynamic environments where you can actually knock down walls, any wall. You can go with a tank and knock down walls like butter. You can actually blow up stuff and they will actually stay there instead of despawning sometime later. And you can actually make craters. All this extra stuff is pretty nice. I like it. I've never played a Battlefield game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this if they stick to what they're saying.
Well, look, I don't know if Quentin played like Battlefield, the other. Wait, he did say he's never played a Battlefield. Okay, look, Quentin, basically with with Battlefield 3 and progressing, they've always had like more of like a dynamic setting where you can like break stuff, but it was like limited.
Yeah.
So like Battlefield 3, you can do a little bit of this. Battlefield 4, you can do a lot more, and then they added like the dynamic weathers and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
they gonna have a weather.
There was like a
weather
sandstorm.
is what like really just made
They
me
can like
really
have like a
wanna get into
huge
Battlefield.
storm go over, and then now with Battlefield 1, like I'm sure it's like anything's limitless.
The thing that really interests me was the dynamic weather, because like when you're playing, like I've seen some of the gameplay, and when like you're playing, like the weather changes midway, and it doesn't seem like it affects it that much, but it really does. Like the fog will roll in, or like the thunderstorm, and like it just throws you off because now you're like looking through fog trying to shoot somebody, or you gotta peer through the rain and the thunderstorm, and it changes the whole flow of the game. And it's like basically the environment can also be against you while you're playing, or can actually help you.
Yeah.
Anybody got any like mini cons that you might see pop up?
Lag.
I already know I got.
Yeah.
Just lag in the beginning when it first
Did y'all
comes
hear
out.
about the bayonet?
Oh yeah, I
my
seen that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I heard of
I
it.
think I'm
Somebody
gonna have
say,
like
can
a.
somebody say panic knife?
I think that's gonna like make me too mad, cause like you can run up to somebody and just stab them, and yeah, of course the insta kill, of course, and it's gonna look cool, all the good stuff. But oh my god, if I die from that, no, cause I've seen other Battlefield games, like watch gameplay, and I've seen where like you can take somebody's knife when they come at you with a knife and like twist it and make them stab themselves. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You can actually counter a melee.
I think that's Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I think it might
Probably.
have been. But I don't know how they're gonna have you counter a rifle with a pointy thing. So we'll see. But I think that might be one of the things that might make me mad. But it's something minor, probably counterable, something like that. But we'll see.
I mean, yeah, Battlefield is they try to make the game as fair as possible. Like,
Right, they're really making balls.
I can't say that I've ever truly felt like, yeah, this is just like the most unfair game. You know, not pointing any names at anybody, but
Call of Duty. Supply drops.
I mean, they try to make it very fair.
Arthur, chill, the fanboys.
Bro, you better watch out before we get just complete hate.
Supply drops are screwed.
I mean, look, everybody has their opinions about things.
This
The
ain't no
gods
damn
of
pink
Treyarch
horse.
are gonna come
That shit is
after our
fake.
necks.
Bro, we gonna get in the COD later though.
Wait. I want to say my 2 cents
Most
on
definitely.
I want to say my 2 cents on Battlefield though. One thing that I like about this Battlefield is that, do you see how many fucking people it was in a game? Like, that shit was ridiculous. And the maps, you know, of course it's Battlefield, so the maps are going to be pretty big and stuff. I like that they're actually taking it back instead of, like, going further and further into the future, like Call of Duty is doing. It's, like, a different change of pace. But, like, a lot of people have been saying, like, the people that's grown up in the World War type shooters, they're saying they don't want, like, Battlefield to go this way. Because, you know, they've grown up playing those type of games. And, you know, people like us, we haven't grown up playing those type of games. We've grown up in, you know, the Call of Duty era. And we've been playing the modern type shooters and stuff. So, you know, of course, it's like a refresher to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is something cool to see. Like, that, when I seen the trailer, even though it was, like, you know, purely cinematic, I just knew it was going to be a hype type game. And
the graphics are beautiful.
Like Quentin was saying earlier about the Zeppelin, like when I seen it come down and then like it just straight decimated everything that was under it, and then when the dude said that it's gonna stay there for like until the end of the game, I was like, yo, that's lit. Because, you know, in most games something like that would happen, then it would just like vanish. Like, you know, I'm playing inside where you take it out and then it just goes away.
Poof.
It's ridiculous. It's like, it's nice to see like new dynamics like that.
As y'all was saying about the whole if Battlefield will ever possibly go into the future, honestly, I don't know much about Battlefield, but so far that like I've seen that like through gameplay and all, they haven't gone past anything that hasn't already been done. You know, like let's say
everything's pretty modern with Battlefield.
Yeah. Like they don't just make a new weapon and just make the physics of it. They actually put in real life physics to make it more realistic, which I like a lot. But I'm saying can. So anybody who's like a Battlefield fanboy, do not come for my neck. They can go into the future if they like, you know, big cities, stuff like that, giant field or quarantine zone. It's a bunch of stuff they can do. But, you know, they have to put their own twist on it so nobody can be like, oh, it's just like Call of Duty. It's just too fast-paced for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, do y'all think this game will have supply drops?
God, I hope not. Like, I mean, it's not that
You okay?
supply drops are even terrible. It's just for the simple fact that...
Next topic. I clear my throat there, you know.
You're right.
Oh my god! All right, next game.
Don't even want to get into that one.
FE. It's a new IP that they've announced at E3. They're, you know, EA is actually trying something new. They're not sticking with the old and stuff. Just, you know, giving us more remasters or sequels to these other games. They actually have a new game called FE or FE, whatever you want to call it, and frankly, it looks trash to me. But I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Damn.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see new IPs.
I mean, to be honest, I can't disagree with Arthur. I'm not gonna say it was complete trash. I mean, I have no interest in the game, like none whatsoever. But I mean, I guess the concept is like different. It's different for EA. Let me put it like that.
Right.
It's different for EA. Now,
something like Ubisoft would fucking do.
Yeah.
Grow home.
Oh yeah, no shade.
Different. No, it's not a shade thing. It's just like EA is just like.
EA's like sports and fucking shooter related. So much of that.
And so now they're trying to give like this calm, serenity-based game where, you know, it's all about music and finding out about life and.
No, dude. Literally at one point
games.
In that thing,
there are a lot
like
of interesting games
your
that
person was
do
getting
it,
chased,
but...
dude. Like, wait. I just want to say one thing. So there's literally at one part doing the thing, right? Your character was getting chased, and like the thing, it's like he literally glided across the ground to get to the person, and like the screen just got all red. So I was like, this game gonna be garbage.
Dang.
Like it was so disgusting the way they did that, and freaking Adonis said, it's not appealing to me, but it could be appealing to someone else.
I mean, it just doesn't appeal to me the way, like, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to just say it's because it has E3's name, I'm not E3, EA's name slapped on it, but it's kind of just like, when you go into like a game, like when you go into like a certain company, and you know what type of games they're good at, it's kind of like, and then they make something different, like completely and utterly different, it's kind of just like, you're super skeptical. Like super. I mean, that might just be a thing about me, but like if I know like a company like good at making like shooters or something, then they make like a game where you literally have no combat whatsoever. It's kind of like, do you even know how to make these games? So it's like, I don't know. I just don't really feel like Faye is just all that, you know. I don't feel like it's gonna be too good. That's just me.
Okay. Alex or Quentin?
My perception on it, like y'all said, it doesn't really seem all too appealing to me. Maybe that's because the gameplay that they showed was so like, it was so little, but it was like so mediocre. So like nobody really sees like the best of its ability. But still, without that being said, I just don't know. It could be a good change in pace for EA. Maybe it could be a good game. Maybe it could be a terrible game as always.
Do you think we could say more indie games like that in the future?
I mean, I'm not for it.
Can I say one more thing?
Like
one
just like
thing
an all-out
that got me
music
about
game.
Faye was the colors. The colors were so like unappealing.
It was like black, dark purple,
everything
blue.
was just like straight black.
I mean, I want some vibrant colors with my games, but this one just
like not every game has to have vibrant colors, but it's just like that game just like oozed depression and just like
Your game oozed depression, gamester.
like it's a game. Right. It's like, I mean, and you can tell like the game has it's like one of those games where it has like the hidden message underneath about like, you know,
somewhere
keeping keeping animals safe and stuff like that. And you can already tell because the enemies in the game look all too humanoid like. They look robotish, but you can kind of already tell the point of the game. It is just like, it just does not enter. It's just not interesting. It's just so ugly.
All right, so I'm up. So
yeah, go ahead.
I love and hate platformers at the same time. I love platformers because they're different. They're a different pace from other type of games. They're 3D platformers and they're 2D. This is 3D, and yes, indie and all that good stuff, but I want the actual gameplay to be appealing. Like, I don't want it. I know a lot of indie games have an inside meaning, like Isaac, it has its little meaning. Gungeon, it probably has some type of meaning at the end. It is so many indie games with meanings at the end, but that's all nice and good. I'm fine with having some deep meaning at the end. But when I reminisce over the game and I look back on all the gameplay, I want to feel the struggles. I want to feel the fun struggles. I don't want to have the, you know, I'm not going to play this game anymore type struggles. I want to have those type, oh yeah, I finally got past it. Or, oh yeah, you remember that time I did that amazing combo? Or, yeah, just, no, don't hit me up with another one of the 10,000 puzzle games / indie games. Please don't, EA. You're a good company, but you're not a puzzle game company. Don't touch that thing. Now, as y'all said, not that much combat.
I see no combat.
There's a deep meaning.
Right.
So
they have like music,
maybe
music
some combat in there somewhere. Maybe later, maybe they'll hear some feedback and they'll be like, all right, let's change this up. I don't know, but add something. Do something you're good at. If you're trying to go into a new genre, do your very best. But don't give up on your touch. That's really all I gotta say.
I see. True, powerful speech right there. But yo, Effie, this is a new thing EA is doing. It could be good. It could be terrible. I think it's gonna be terrible. But nonetheless, people still buy it. There's gonna be those game reviewers that are gonna review it, and it may be trash. But it's whatever. We're gonna see. We could see more indie games like this in the future. We could not. You never know. But another game, well, no, not even a game, more like games that EA was talking about was basically everybody and their mama is working on like new Star Wars games in EA Studios. Like, did y'all see that part of E3, dude?
Yes.
Cause that thing was ridiculous. Like, literally, it was like at least 20 minutes of them just talking about like all the studios working on new stuff, new EA games. Like, they had like a mobile game.
Show no type of gameplay for any type of like Star Wars Battlefront type stuff.
No, it's like literally for one thing, all they had was concept art.
Like, they're making like 2 new games. They're making like stuff for the mobile app, for Battlefront, for they're making a VR game. And
that's
I believe
in Sony's
there's one
conference.
Oh no, that VR game was pretty lit. We're gonna get into that though.
It looks nice.
Whoa.
Very aesthetic.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to feel about the Star Wars part, because I can't say too much because I've like never really seen Star Wars movies, so I'm not really too much like a huge fan of it or anything like that. So I can't like say like, yes, I'm excited for everything they're making and all that good stuff. I mean, Star Wars has some really good games. Like, I love Battlefront. Like the PS2 version of Battlefront.
Right. Battlefront 1 and 2. If only they had a 3.
I guess that is our 3.
Nah.
No.
That thing they had, that thing was just trash. Star Wars trash front.
That was like the adopted 3.
Dead.
It was a 3 that tried, but nobody loves it.
Right. When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
I mean,
everybody loves, like, everybody who bought like the deluxe version, they love it.
Get that 2-shot pistol.
Yeah, like we ain't gonna talk about it.
My mom bought me the deluxe edition, but I told her I didn't want Battlefront anymore. And like, she already bought it like as it came out, so like I was like, oh man. Cause I remember we was all talking about it. And I remember we heard about like whatever was really in the beta was like in like the finished game, and then like the game really didn't even have any type of like, or in my case,
extra.
The way I felt,
literally, if you played
really
that beta, you
much
played the
playability.
game. Just like Overwatch.
You played the entire game if you played the beta.
Like, and that's terrible. I'm glad that they're starting to put stuff into it, but like, it's a little bit too late for all that.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they're trying to up with every Star Wars thing.
This isn't exactly E3 related, but we've all seen this lately. Have y'all like noticed like all of these betas they throw out, and then they get a beta and a demo mixed up? That is really getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody who doesn't know this, like anybody in the stream or watches this video later on, a demo is a demonstration. That means it's all done. It's all finished. They're good. They just want to show it off, right? A beta, watch this. That means it's not finished. You ever played a beta and it's like, oh, whatever we have here might be not the full thing. Oh, we might add something later. Yeah, they don't even go by that anymore, apparently. They literally, like, if they get, like, one good feedback comment, oh, you like the game? I guess we could throw it out right now. What? No, let's add microtransactions, then let's throw it out.
You
That
can't
really
forget the
gets me.
microtransactions.
Of course not.
Every game comes with almost every game comes with microtransactions.
That's
Just
sad.
about these days.
That really needs to like be a trend that just
It's
dies.
a major trend.
It needs to die.
I mean, even games that don't even need microtransactions have microtransactions.
Like, I know,
Destiny.
like, game companies need money, but, like, God, how much do y'all need?
Right.
I mean, Bungie's doing the exact same thing with Destiny, and that's something that pisses me off. Because I remember they talk about if you'd buy like enough microtransactions from like the people buying the little the silver, right? Because they think the new emotes was gonna like bring something new and fresh to the game. You would be thinking that, hey, maybe with all this money they might give us free DLC. Nope, the Rise of Iron is $30. Okie dokie.
No, they did bring free DLC. Like, you know, the Sparrow Racing League. That was what all that was for.
Arthur,
that's basically what it's all
forever.
for.
That junk was
Just
really
like little
only
events
there
like that, and all they do is like bring that out like what, every 3 months or something like that.
I don't know, but I ain't seen Sparrow Racing in a hot minute.
But not trying to be rude, but like this whole microtransaction thing is making me depressed. Let's go to the next thing.
No.
I understand what you're talking about, bro. It needs to go. But what about Titanfall 2, bro?
Oh,
it's cross-platform.
I am
It's cross-plat.
I am gonna come out the gate and say I am actually excited.
Wait, who conference was
I was
that on
excited
again?
for the first.
That's
I was
Microsoft?
excited for the first Titanfall.
Okay.
Titanfall 2 is EA.
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't.
Cross-platform.
Didn't actually see that.
Yep. I mean, all I gotta say is with the cross-plat, this is already good. I mean, I like when you see games that are like cross-platform between PS4, Xbox, and whatever like PC games.
Like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I haven't exactly initiated.
It's really nice to see something like that. That like the game companies are like coming together to like have a game that's like cross-plat. But like we're probably never going to see them all have like a same online system together. But
God no. You know how much like money that would take from their pockets?
I mean, but like they'll still have the same features, but like we can all play together.
Yeah.
No,
like
no,
PlayStation
no.
has their parts and Xbox has their parts.
No. It's like a drug dealer type thing, you know? Like, if you're buying drugs from both me and the dealer, like the other dealer, we're just gonna have to share that money. Why would I want to share with the other guy?
True.
But, Titanfall talk.
I mean, are y'all getting
look,
Titanfall? Like, did it look interesting to
so-
y'all?
Titanfall 2 most definitely is like almost a most certain pickup. I just need to see a little bit more into it.
It's like it's like I'm excited for Titanfall, but I don't know if I want to buy Titanfall.
Alright, explain.
Cause the thing about Titanfall is that, you know, when the first Titanfall, everybody was excited for it. It was a good game, and the thing is though, is that now they're trying like new stuff, and now like they're inviting the story. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like the story will be almost like COD. like you know, nobody's gonna play Titanfall for the story.
Like Adonis, hold on.
I mean, not saying that has to be like, not saying that it's even necessary. But you know, it's just like with games, and people going to playing games, they still want a story to it. And you know, I thought it was going to be like. I thought it was going to be like COD. One of those games where you just like rush through the story just because like I might as well do it. And then after that, you're going to play on a multiplayer all day, which is fine. Because, you know, that's what most gamers do. Most gamers will play that type of game for their multiplayer. But at the same time, it's like with it going cross-platform, it might have a lot of issues starting up. So, I don't know. I feel more like if I was to get the game, I would wait a while until after the game's already come out.
Okay.
I see what you mean.
Of course we like I or anybody else who doesn't have an Xbox didn't play the first Titanfall, so don't ask me like, oh, don't give any bad comments because you know you didn't play the first one. Shut up. All right, so I watched like 2 or 3 people do reviews on this, like MWN, Angry Joe, and there was like one other guy. I think it was Ethos or somebody. So basically, I heard the same thing from almost everybody that yeah, the game was okay. The gameplay was cool. You know, it was really something new when you can jump out of your actual mech. Like you can actually get out of your mech. A mech game where you're actually a human that can get out of your mech. That was pretty cool. But if you play the beta, or the demo or whatever they had at first, you played the whole game. That's exactly what I heard. And you know, I can't say that for myself because you know I didn't play the game, but I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't release some little beta and be like, all right, try this out. And if everybody's like, hey, the combat is pretty cool. Oh, the graphics are cool. And then they just throw it out like, hey, okay, we're done, right? You say you liked it. Why would you ask for more? Just play the game.
just love it.
Just love me.
I just hope this game doesn't die as quickly as the first one.
Right. Like, that's the thing. If you have a game that has a beta that's exactly like the actual full game, people are pretty much gonna blow through the game. Like Overwatch is a special case because you know everybody's still playing that and all that good stuff. But you pretty much played the entire game if you played the beta. So
yeah,
that's a good and bad thing for some games, but some for Titanfall that's gonna be pretty bad. So maybe they learn from that last little hiccup, and maybe they'll fix that. I really like the combat. You can run on walls, you blast up, pow, pow, pow. You get a giant robot who loves giant robots. I do. So well, it could be good. I'm glad that's cross-plat because you know we don't need any more exclusives. We'll talk on that later. So yeah.
I feel like that campaign should have been in the first game in the first place.
Yeah.
Everybody said that. Everybody said that. Everybody.
Like you
and I
have
hope it's not some added-on version.
You have to have like gold. Well, since it was only on the Xbox 360 when the first one came out, you had to have Xbox Gold to play it. And you know that was kind of a throw off for people who didn't have it. And then you know I don't know. I feel like Titanfall has like the possibility to be one of those games where it's like almost exactly like COD, because it's like one of those feature games, you know.
Isn't Titanfall made by some people like who left Infinity Ward or something?
I think so, but I can't say for certain.
I believe so.
Hey, hold up. Y'all know those games where like they have a campaign or whatever, but then they just slap on a multiplayer? Like literally just slap on a multiplayer.
Last of Us.
You know those games? You know what I'm talking about?
That's the sad part because I love The Last of Us, but they did it.
Yeah. You know those type of games, you know, we gotta make the game last a little bit longer. Let's add it, like just push in a multiplayer. You know, bad service and all that good stuff. I hope they don't just push in a campaign because everybody asked it. Like maybe 1, 2 or 3 hour campaign. No, a 5 hour campaign.
I'm calling it like 5 hours at most.
Done. Yeah, 5 hours.
I mean, that's what most games do. Like that's what COD. That's COD's trademark thing is just slapping on a campaign.
Literally. But
COD
hold up.
knows, I mean, not trying to always throw shade at COD, but nobody knows. Everybody knows nobody cares about COD stories. I mean, some people do.
True.
Some people.
Except for
but
Black
sure
Ops,
somebody out there
loves
more like
but
offline with their stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but majority
it's still
of
some
people who play
like
COD do not like, you know, are not focused on story.
I most definitely do.
That's
When
like,
I'm offline and my Wi-Fi isn't working, that's when I play campaign.
I mean,
Other than
look,
that,
and that's like 99% of the rest of the world.
You're not making a profit for them. Shut up.
Well, I'm sorry, COD. I can't do it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it on that.
When you realize most of your issues can be traced back to COD.
It really does. I hate to say it, but I don't really want to. But like, COD is kind of like the pioneer of this stuff.
Basically.
Like, really, everybody doesn't do that shit until COD does it.
The leader.
Hey, bro, let's go straight into the future. Hey, bro, COD did it. They made a hell of money. Let's do it.
No, COD is like the screamer. Like, everybody already knew about microtransactions and all that extra stuff, but no, they screamed it out. Like everybody, hey, y'all know about this? Hey, shut it up. Hey.
Microtransactions.
So y'all want to earn extra money? Go ahead, do this, bro. It's lit.
I mean, some of it don't even really be worth it.
You want to cheese all your customers out of this? Go ahead and put some microtransactions in.
Just
you
like
gonna put
microtransactions.
They're still gonna buy the game anyway.
Buying COD points, dude, is like just look, bro. I can't even be getting on Call of Duty yet. We have another time.
Yeah, we ain't got that much time, bro.
Right.
As many issues as I can say I have with COD, it's still a good game. it still gets makes money.
I ain't trying to be rude, but next.
Look, bro, let's wrap up EA real quick.
Bro, I'm about to say E3.
Anything else from EA?
Shut up. As far as the conference, I liked it, but what I'm not liking is like that they're showing sports games at E3. Now, I have nothing against it. It's just that it's a sports game, man. E3 is really for like
new
all the
games,
heavy hitters.
like something you know,
right?
Like,
for like new games that you know that's just about to get money for it. I mean, cause like I don't care about the new Madden. I don't really care for FIFA either, but FIFA's getting a story just like damn 2K.
So just getting stories slapped on there.
Right.
It's gonna be just as dramatic
Like,
as 2K too.
I'm talking.
Right.
No, bro, please.
Did you see the trailers?
Please, no.
They were trying to make this thing like as dramatic and hype as possible.
I mean, they're basically following the story of somebody who became famous later. I forget. It's like Alex something, and I really like it because he has my first name, but like we ain't even gonna talk about that.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know if it's y'all, but it just be me, bro.
But yeah, the sports thing is kind of like, you know.
Oh my god, what is that?
It's fine.
What is this?
They did it, but you know, just kind of unexpected.
Right.
Yeah. Look, bro, E3, you're all right.
EA, they did fine.
I said E3 again.
We weren't gonna point it out.
Look, bro, we just gonna keep it like that, bro. You know, we only doing one podcast, so why not?
Gotta get in
Next
where you
year,
can
I'll
fit
get
in.
it.
All right. Yeah. Which conference y'all trying to do next?
Bethesda's next?
PlayStation, PlayStation, Xbox, Bethesda.
You was
What?
gonna say E3 too.
Bethesda.
We still
Bethesda.
have Ubisoft and Bethesda.
Talk about Bethesda.
Bethesda's a short one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bethesda
pretty
really
short.
ain't short one though. But
Okay, look.
all right.
All I
We
gotta
already
say is Fallout.
covered fucking Titanfall. And all that. All right. Dishonored. Anybody in here picking up Dishonored too?
Look, I didn't even get to finish the first game because I had to take it
I
back.
never played the first one.
I
But
played the
what I've
first
played
one.
from-
It was alright.
What I've played from Dishonored, it's nice.
Never played the first one. I wanted it so bad, but
Yeah.
it's a little side story why I couldn't play it. But it ain't even
What happened?
Probably because
So-
it was rated M, bro. That's probably
This is-
really what the reason was.
No. This is not related to the podcast at all. So anybody like watching this, like skip ahead 2 minutes. look. So this was back in my non PS4 days, and I was like, I had the PlayStation 3, not mini, the smaller one, the slim, the little 12 gigabyte thing, I think.
Oh, yep. I already know why.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I downloaded this guy. No. I bought it at GameStop, because it was cheap. The Game of the Year version. Got all the DLC, all good stuff, and I just wanted gameplay. So I've always wanted to play this game. So it's cheap and old and all that stuff. So I'm getting it. I buy it. I try to play it. Guess what? No space. So I cry for 7 years and I turn it back. That GameStop policy, it gives you it back even after 7 years if you just cry. Now, what's next?
All right.
Bethesda.
I don't know if y'all actually are interested in this, but Quake is gonna be making a return. Didn't they call it like Quake Champions, something like that? Like,
Yeah.
y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, reason why I'm hyped for this is because I really love playing like arena shooters, like Unreal Tournament. I like playing Unreal Tournament and stuff, and one thing people always told me was like, if you like Unreal Tournament, you'll like Quake. And you know, I never played Quake, but I love Unreal Tournament, so I'm like, okay, so if Quake is better than Unreal Tournament, then this game has to be fire, right? So I'm looking at that thing, I'm looking at the announcement for it, and I'm like, yo, this is gonna be hot. Like, I got to pick this up. Only because, like, it's nice to see, like, arena shooters. Like, you really don't see that many arena shooters like that
Not at all.
coming out anymore. And that's one thing that's, like, kind of cool to me, that they're actually trying to bring it back a little.
Yeah.
But anybody here care about Quake?
I mean, with me, I saw it, I liked it, but am I gonna pick it up? Probably not, because I don't really see it as being like a game that I will probably play. But like, if I do, I mean, then you know, I'd probably get my money's worth.
Probably.
Because it looks nice.
Right.
It's like Bethesda's games, they interested me, but it's like, since I have really like no background experience on them, like Dishonored or Quake, I can't judge them too like forwardly. But I mean, Quake seems like it could be fun. Like, it seems like it could be really cool, especially the fact that it has like a global type like rank system and stuff, and you know, it seems like it could be a very competitive game. And like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I really like
yeah.
competitive games. Like, I
Esports
like
don't
games
swallow
where
that
you can
game
get,
up.
Yeah.
Right. You swallow it.
So I don't know, like the fact that it can be competitive, like esports competitive, is what really has me hyped for it.
So about Quake.
Oh, you don't
not
like it?
really. I haven't really played that many arena shooters, like Arthur said, and the only one I have played was Unreal, and that was like a very short moment. Thanks to Arthur.
He didn't really enjoy it. End the story.
That's only because I was bullied, but I think it would be pretty cool. Like, cause I've seen gameplay of it, and I kind of like how you can't go into like zoom. Like, it's mostly just like hip fire.
You say you don't
I
like
kind
it?
of like that more. No, I like it more
Oh,
because
okay.
it's like a lot faster than. Yeah, we literally keep going back to COD, but you know, sorry. Yeah, you know, in COD, zooming is just like literally just for quick scoping. But you know, we're not gonna talk about that. But you know, I'd rather have no zoom in a fast pace, like a game that's supposed to be fast, than have zoom in a game that's supposed to be fast, where it's like kind of useless. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a small map, I'm not going to be zooming in if you're down the hallway.
True. Gotta get that praying spray.
Hey, wait, Arthur, hold up. Whoever got the list, did y'all add up that Skyrim and other
Yeah.
Fallout and stuff?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything really to talk about for me with that case.
Oh boy.
I mean,
boy.
I've seen Skyrim and I like the look of it. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, it
Boy.
looks like
Who
with the
was the
screenshots
first
they
place?
showed, like it looks a lot better.
Because I played Skyrim and Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas.
I've
what's
never played Fallout, like any Fallout game before.
Wait, what? Huh? Where you been at?
I've never played Fallout
Yeah,
before.
Fallout 4 was my first Fallout game too.
I've never played any Fallout
New
game
Vegas
ever.
is my first.
I've never played any Fallout game.
But look,
Well, I played it like one time because my friend had it, but like I've never
I mean, if
owned a
y'all ain't
Fallout
got no
game.
strong feelings, bro. If y'all ain't got no strong feelings, I got y'all.
I mean, but Skyrim, most definitely am like 1000% hype for Skyrim.
Most definitely.
That's one of those games that like I never got to play. On oh my god. But whoever that was just getting shoved into a dumpster, RIP. But Skyrim is one of those games that I really he's getting out the dumpster.
What are you talking about?
You're the one in the dumpster, bro. You tell us.
Right.
What?
Okay. Look, bro. Stop.
What are you
My
talking
God.
Stop.
Quentin, what is going on?
I don't know
No,
what y'all
that's
talking about.
Alex.
I don't hear
Y'all
anything.
not hearing this?
I don't hear
Right.
anything.
Quentin don't hear it.
Y'all don't hear the garbage.
Hey,
Right.
I
bro,
don't.
look, but come on now, come on, we gotta keep going.
All right.
Somebody's trying to bring
all
back
right.
Rolling Thunder.
Enough about the garbage.
All right, look. So, Skyrim was one of those games that I really didn't get to play over on PS3. Like, I only got to play it for like about one good 15 minutes, and then like I had to leave. But from what I've played and seen of it, it's a pretty cool game. Like, I really would be interested in it. Like, I will be interested in it when it comes over to PS4. Then, able to play it over there. And heard that it takes about 3 years to beat the game, longer than it took Jalen to beat The Witcher. I mean, wait, he didn't beat it. So look, no, I just laughed.
Major shots. Moving on though.
Jalen didn't even
All right,
hear.
no. I got some stuff to say. Hold up.
Go ahead, let Quentin say his, bro.
So
yeah.
look,
Just sat there
I
and
beat
disrespected.
Skyrim already, and I tried two or three different races, and it was pretty fun, right? But the only issue I had with Skyrim, yeah, it had like 20 million different side quests, a bunch of extra stuff you can do past the story, because you can play after the story.
Yeah.
But the story was pretty short, actually. Like, yeah, some people they say it's not as short because they didn't do like the actual side quests. No, they did more side quests in between missions. But me, I just did like a bunch of side quests because it's a bunch of content past the story, and I just did a bunch of that, and then I literally breezed through the few missions that actually involve the main campaign, which is good and bad. It's good because there's a bunch of extra stuff you can do other than the main story, but it's bad because after you do all that extra stuff, you're expecting like an epic finale and all that cool stuff, but maybe that's just me. But the thing that really caught my eye about the actual remastered version, MODS.
Oh yeah, mod support.
Mods.
All right, so
You just slurp. What the
I
hell?
don't even. This man slurped dumb hard.
no, y'all don't understand. Okay, so after I beat the game 3 times, I was like, what is it like on PC? Because I hear everybody talk about it on PC. I see streams, all that good stuff on PC, and I see all these cool graphics, all these extra stuff, right? And so I look up on YouTube all the mods and stuff. And this is before even the E3 thing, man. I didn't even think about it ever coming to PS4. So I look at all these mods and stuff, and there is how do I put this in perspective? Imagine the entire content of Skyrim times 50. Times 50 in just mods. Now, I don't think they're gonna bring all of the mods over to PS4, but God, there's so much they can.
There's so much potential.
There's so much.
So much potential.
And I swear, if they have it
And
where
then
the mods aren't free, or what else? If the mods
You
aren't
rent
free,
mods.
or yeah, if
Yo,
you
oh
rent
my
mods,
god.
or you have to get in these certain drops, or if they add some cheese to, I swear, you only get limited mods, or you only get Bethesda made mods, or get out of my face. This will push people more to PC gaming than staying on PS4 or whatever. That would make people mad. Don't do that.
That's just like walking up to somebody, punching them in the balls, and then just laughing at them.
Yeah. No. That's like making a cake for somebody. A cake that they already heard was amazing. And then making them have to punch themselves every time they eat it.
No, they don't even get to
You really
eat it.
wouldn't be eating you much of that cake, to be honest.
But that's all about that. But Fallout 4, oh boy, oh boy.
Fallout 4
yeah.
is also receiving mods, am I correct?
Yeah, mod support.
And basically, it's the same thing with that, man. Like, it's so much stuff you can do. But let's just hope they don't mess it up for consoles.
I mean, real talk, what kind of mods like do you expect them to bring over? That's the real thing.
Oh boy.
Like, do you expect to like have some texture changing mods, like some actual like
I expect
like
a
for
lot of
Fallout 4 you
cosmetics.
could have like a new companion like type mod or something like that?
Alright, for Skyrim, there's the Ebony Knight. They have different quests. The Ebony Knight is basically an OP boss type dude you have to fight. He has this amazing armor or whatever. Everybody like talks about him in like the modding community or whatever. What else? It's like a bunch of quests, a bunch of companions, a bunch of different skins you can have for your actual character. There are, you know how like in Minecraft the other day we tried to do a little Naruto map? They have that like where you can actually do something like that.
Oh yeah, the Naruto
I've seen
mod, Kingdom Hearts
Like,
mod.
you can
Dragon
actually
Ball.
do that. Not just
Yeah.
like, oh, let's make these items appear here and here and here, and then whatever. No, you can actually do stuff like that. You change how your abilities look, add more abilities, stuff like that. And I would really like that.
I can see a lot of cosmetic mods coming. Like that's one of the main
Right.
things I can just expect to happen. It's just so many cosmetics. Because
Okay.
just changing the way the game looks can make it feel like a whole new game.
Yeah.
Here's one thing about the Fallout 4 mods. So, I mean, like, when I was playing Fallout 4 on PS4, I mean, like, there were some real frame rate issues at some points in the game. And I'm just saying, I don't think that they're gonna have, like, mods that are too, like, intensive into the game. Like, I could see
No.
it maybe,
No, Arthur, they made a mod that fixed the frame rate.
what the hell?
They literally made a mod that fixed the frame rate for the devs. They didn't do it themselves. No, there was a beta for that.
Wait, I remember that. I remember that. It was on PC,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
So
they
that
knew
would be
the
a
problem.
nice little add-on. Yeah, they knew about it,
100 band blue.
but you know, we ain't even gonna discuss that.
But still, I can't
Interesting.
see like nothing too intensive coming over though. Really cannot see that
Yeah.
happening.
Not until they
I just think
fix
it's gonna be
the
like little
frame rate.
small things, you know, cosmetics.
No, it's just
probably,
because
like,
I don't think like
weapons.
consoles can like handle like as much as a PC would, like, you know, Top Gear
mean,
PCs and stuff.
We can, like, when it comes to like when it comes to Skyrim, because back when Skyrim came out, you know, like the PCs they had were not exactly like our PS4s now, but close. So maybe not. We'll see.
But now PCs, like, you know, they're running like 4K and stuff. They're way ahead of consoles. Well, at least our consoles that we
Nowadays.
have now.
I'm just talking about like back when Skyrim first came out. But Fallout 4, SOL.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on what they put in there. It all depends on what they put in here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about them Smite mods next.
Smite mods.
No, I'm just messing with you. All right,
Okay,
next
I
topic.
was about to say. Shit. What console? I mean, what conference were we talking about?
We were talking
I
about
was
this.
lost for a second. Oh
Hey, did
my
we get to talk
god.
about the stuff that they're doing with ESO and turning it? Aren't they turning ESO into a card game?
Oh no, they already
Yeah.
did that. They
They're
already
doing
did
something
that.
with ESO, like, didn't they? No, they did like a little celebration
No,
thing
no.
for ESO.
They're doing the same thing for the. I don't know if that was
Hold
on the
Hold
Bethesda
up.
one, but the
No.
which one was Bethesda?
I haven't played, but like ESO, like for a while. But I remember hearing them in the conference. Check this out. You know how in most MMOs, you can't go to certain places because you will get slapped.
Yeah.
You know that feeling,
Yeah.
like when you go to like some place you just wanted to explore just to see how cool it was, but then it turns out to
Oh,
be a
yeah.
level 100 person,
I know what you're talking about.
and they're just like, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll go home. You don't belong around these parts, boy. I really don't like getting slapped up like that. So I'm really glad that they said that they have it like kind of balanced out now. Like, let's say you want to go to this island, you see all the way over there. You just want to explore. You can go over there now, no matter what level you are. But
yeah, and can't you like also group up without having to be the same level?
Yeah. That's just what they said. I haven't actually tested it out yet myself. They said it's supposed to be on console too, so we'll see.
Yeah. Aren't they removing like veteran rank? Or is that like really old?
If they remove veteran rank, we're gonna have some issues. But like, look,
no, they're removing it.
Arthur.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some issues. Not none of y'all. Only the tryhard. Alright, so look. I think that's it about like Elder Scrolls really. Oh yeah, they're bringing the Fallout Shelter to PC.
Oh yeah, that. And Fallout Shelter had a massive update.
I thought that was
it had a huge update.
I mean, I played it on my mobile game because I didn't have Fallout 4, and I was
on your
the hype
mobile
of it,
game
like, coming out. On my mobile game, you know what I'm saying?
He couldn't even say his phone. His mobile game.
My monster phone. My Magnum. Okay, well, I thought it was pretty neat. I pay attention mostly to Fallout Shelter on their E3 conference? No.
God no. I mean, it's not a bad game. It's just like consoles.
It's just because I wasn't paying attention to it.
I mean, when Fallout Shelter first came out, it was something like completely new, you know, because like back in when I played Fallout 3 and stuff, and I've seen the vault, I was like, oh, it'd be cool if you could have your own vault. You know, it actually made a thing, and it was cool, but you know, just never played it ever again.
Yeah, I only recently started playing it because of E3. But look, we only got like an hour left. I'm sorry.
Okay, look, so let's go ahead and move on to Ubisoft because I want to get to the rest of these. Well,
Okay.
Microsoft and Sony.
Okay, wait. Okay. We can go to Ubisoft. Alright, so
Ubisoft. I have one question. What the fuck was the beginning of E3? What the hell are you talking about? Dance Revolution 2017. What the hell?
To be honest, I'm be completely honest with you. I fucking skipped that part. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not watch it.
I watched the whole thing.
I saw those people come out on stage, and I just said skip.
I mean, but the girl who was hosting, she was about fine. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, look. That's that's most definitely besides the point.
Yeah, boy, sound like.
I remember she was the Easter egg in the first Watch Dogs game.
I mean, but like for real, like what the fuck? Like, why are you gonna start out E3 like that? Start it off with something different.
I want to know who went to E3 and they were genuinely happy to see that. Like they were like, "Oh my God, Dance Dance Revolution! This is what I waited all day for."
Right. I mean, you have those kind of gamers. You have us, and then you have those kind of gamers.
I mean, look, you come all the way out to E3, spending hundreds of dollars
for their kids
for Dance Dance Revolution.
Right, that's some old bullshit, and you need to be shot immediately.
Oh my God!
If you came out to E3 just to see Dance Revolution, and that the fact that it was so short too, bruh, just end yourself.
God.
I don't even mean to be like that, but like, really, you just wasted your time.
Dang, Quentin, rush that little God.
With Ubisoft, bro, there's a lot. There's Wildlands.
Wait, I wanna introduce Wildlands. Hold up. When I seen Wildlands last year, I mean, I was hyped for it. I was like, yo, this game right here, you know, it's actually pretty cool because like it had that dynamic where like you could do the missions like however you wanted. You could be stealthy, you could assault, and you know, it was just like tons of ways that you could have done the mission. And you know, that was like, it was different, you know, it was different from the current games that we're playing now. But the way that gameplay was looking though, I mean, like, you know, the concept was still there. It's just that gameplay. who the hell thought it was a good idea to have whoever that was playing that game? Because I swear, I was like, yo, who is this? 'Cause I swear, like, they was running into walls and stuff. Their aim was all types of off. Like, I was just like, dude, he makes this game look trash. And, like, I don't want to blame it on just that guy, because the gameplay, it wasn't looking as satisfying as, I thought it was going to be either. Like, one part was the AI. The AI was looking pretty dumb for some parts of that.
I've already
Pretty simple.
already
Really.
kind of discussed this a little bit outside of the podcast, but as I said, I hate when they show off games and they give that crappy scripted audio. It just ruins it for me.
Oh my god! Like
oh,
when I just got it was like two people talking, right? I mean, like they was in a chopper, and dude literally comes in. He was like, "Yo, we're gonna need some help." Then another dude just out of nowhere, "Oh, can I join?" Like that does not happen in a real scenario. Like that never happens.
it's so bad.
At first, what I'm thinking of is like the game has no type of like dialogue between actual characters, so like really you just gotta like role play at that point. Cause that's really what it's giving
the
me.
role playing part isn't even the issue. It's the fact that they gave you this shitty fucking scripted scene, and you're just sitting there like, okay, you're not trying to let it influence your fucking views on the game. And then it's like as they keep going, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then the gameplay itself wasn't even that appealing at the point. So you're just sitting there, just like this whole thing just looks terrible.
I was hoping it was just that mission that they were doing, because the mission, like I like like the different aspects of how you can go about capturing them, like Arthur said.
Yes.
But like, really, what does it bring that's new? To be honest,
Really nothing if that gameplay was really gonna be that trash.
I mean, cause y'all already know, they already say this about every single game, bro. Oh, it's new, innovative.
Yes,
What
overused.
is so like new? What is so new about the game, like at all? Like I remember we were talking about this last night. Like, what really, like, what is innovative to any of these gaming companies? Because yeah, you got a new feature here and there, but it's still the same game. It's not nothing game changing. It's just something, to make it a little bit more pleasing. Like
Right.
like Call of Duty. I don't even mean to bring it up like that, but like you already know.
Y'all been using Call of Duty as like
They made
reference
themselves
too
Call of
much.
Duty is
They
the
made
pioneer of all this.
Scapegoat.
I mean, because they talk about the wall running and stuff on Black Ops 3 being new and innovative. It's not really like all that. I mean, it is new. It's not really innovative. It doesn't really do that much to it. That's what they said with Advanced Warfare with the little exo boost. I mean, but it's still COD. You're still killing people. Ain't nothing new that it really adds.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to keep hopes for Ghost Recon though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm still trying to keep hopes up, but that
What they gave
that
us was
first
pretty
one, the first playthrough, first little show off of the game wasn't all too well.
bad. Not at all.
Unless
I
I'm
mean-
just being picky about my games.
Look. I hope this game does not turn out like The Division, because that game, it was overhyped
Yikes.
a lot. And I mean,
Yikes.
we know what happened to that game. 80% of the player population stopped playing that game after a good 2 weeks.
Hey, bro, can I throw some change up in here?
What kind of change?
Alright, so look, I'm gonna give you that good change.
Oh, the man trying to change subject.
No, I'm talking about like change, like cents, like 2 cents.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Drop some change.
Well, nobody got the joke. Oh my god. So look. Okay, so the little, I want to call it a trailer, but it was actually gameplay.
I wish it was a
Everybody
trailer.
remembers the Division incident, the Great Division of what was it, 2015?
Mm-hmm.
Here,
This is gonna be The Division of 2016.
the Great Division of 2015. It divided a community.
Several times.
Most definitely.
Several times, like it diced us. Not like dice, but you know.
Oh yeah.
So like the game, it's just like the Division. When you see the little thing, you're like, oh, you can do this. This looks cool. It looks kind of like free, right? It looks free, right? No. You're in you're basically just going through the same mission. Same little mission structure. You go in there, get the guy, get out. Basically, right? Guys try to go after you to get him back. Woohoo! Alright, so the way they had the guys talking and stuff, just playing it's exactly like the Division thing. They talk like all organized and stuff. And we all know gamers aren't actually organized when they play games like that for the first time. Let's all be honest. Unless you're like competitive or people who play PlanetSide or stuff like that, you're not gonna take this thing seriously when you first play it. Like the first mission, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go in here, Black Ops, and then crack jokes, like some cheesy jokes while you're playing it. You're not going to do that.
Those super cheesy jokes.
The
Extreme.
cheesiest.
Don't forget to load your gun. Like what? Shut up. Don't put your mag in your. Yeah. It was just like.
I want to barf.
Oh god, it was painful. Cause like if they didn't have that part where they just like kind of try to laugh it off or whatever, or if they didn't take it so seriously, period, I may have like been a little bit happier with it. Because you remember back when we saw the Division thing, we saw them talking about strategic. They were like, oh yeah, let's do this. Oh, do you think we should do this? Oh yeah, okay, let's go. No, you're gamers. This isn't your real life. The games are for fun. If you don't actually enjoy playing the game, don't try to make jokes trying to make the game any better. So yeah.
That really
That's
just
about
ruined
it.
the whole experience for me.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
And the fact that
I mean,
that dude was so trash
It
in
might
the
be a
game.
good game. It might
He
be a
was
good
garbage.
game.
Like,
I
out
saw
of
this
all
dude
the
play
people they
UAV
could have
and
had, why
everything.
him?
I saw UAV. I saw silenced weapons like almost every game, but like I saw UAV and like some ATVs and choppers. That's all good stuff. But how well was this game? That was Alex, wasn't it? All right, so look. Wait, that wasn't even Alex. Hold up.
Nah.
I'm talking about whoever that was. I
Ripper
said, woo! They smacked the fuck out of whoever that was.
All right, so that's all I gotta say about it.
Okay. So look, here's the one that I talked about in the video and shit, and we all talked about it off fucking stream. But Watch Dogs 2. Who wants to explore on this one?
Ooh.
Y'all go ahead, cause y'all have already played it.
Okay, so look.
Wait, I thought you played it too.
Nah,
I
he didn't
played
like
a
it.
little bit of it.
He didn't like it.
I really didn't.
Okay, so
All right,
look.
Arthur, you wanna go first?
Watch
Yeah.
Dogs was you know, but it made me poop. You know, all that
Look, everybody straight. Watch Dogs 1. It wasn't the best game of like, what was it, like fucking 2013 or something like that?
2014? 13? 14?
I think it was 2014.
14.
Okay. Well, it wasn't the best game of its time. And sure, it was overhyped. But I ain't buying into that because I didn't really care about the game. But somebody bought me the game, and you know, I played it because I was like, well, it's a free game. Why not just play it? And I actually thoroughly enjoyed Watch Dogs. Like, I really didn't have any problems with it except for the driving. The driving was really terrible. Like, honestly, you would fucking drive and you would fly off the map. Like, if you didn't hit the fucking brakes like a good 50 seconds before you reach that turn. Cause like the cars were just riding on soap. Like, it was bad, and all of them handled the same.
That driving was terrible.
It was bad. And then I played on PS3, so anybody's talking about their experience on PS4, I'm talking about on PS3. But on PS3 there really was no multiplayer at all on there. So I had no reason to play the game after the story was up. The story was pretty good. I liked the whole revenge thing, but it kicked off a little bit too slow at the beginning, like towards chapter 2. It kicked off a little bit too slow, but then once you reach chapter 3, that's when everything started to kick off. You meet T-Bone and you unlock all these new hacks and shit. It was nice. It was nice. But all the stuff that they're adding in Watch Dogs too, like they're adding co-op. They fixed the driving like hell. Another thing is that fucking what's the thing you can do in there? I think it's a customization. It looks like there's customization on your cars and stuff. That's one thing. And you can actually customize your character. Like you can't just have like a whole outfit that just changes colors. He actually has an identity. And he doesn't talk like this the whole time. I'm talking about like literally Aiden the whole game. I need to kill that dude. Like that's literally how he's talking the whole game. Like under that little fucking scarf he had, bro. Whole game. But it looks like it can be a pretty good game. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people, you know, they was ragging on Watch Dogs 1. I have no problem with it. It was fun. I'm picking up next one. Quentin, your opinion.
Hey, yo, Arthur, pass the potato.
I'm passing it.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Alright, got it.
The outfit changed. Lie again, Jalen. Alright, continue.
So, okay, so, Watch Dogs. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was, like, knee-deep in the hype. Like, I was on the front lines of the hype. Like, whoever, like, experienced the whole, being on the front lines of the Battlefield versus COD war, you know how I felt when I was in that hype war. You know what I mean? Like, when you knee-deep in it and there's no getting out of it. See, I was knee-deep because I love cyberpunk games. Like, games where you do all these extra tech stuff, cool stuff, right? And I had the misconception that this was going to be a cyberpunk game. That's just me. It was my mistake. I'm sorry. I was only hyped because I heard multiplayer and hacks, and I not like hacks like COD, but like I mean like hacking, like GTA. Like I can hack your bank account and take your money, and then we laugh about it later when I give it back, or you try to kill me, or whatever. Like just have fun, no laughing. Do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, it didn't have the multiplayer I expected, but I was okay with it.
On PS4
we
version?
had like nah, bro. Like I remember PS3. I was on PS3, so I don't even know nothing about PS4 version.
Man, on PS4 version, bro, they had Team Deathmatch, bro.
I think that was probably the reason why I didn't really like
See,
the
I guess they
version
really
that much
upped it on a
because of the
PS4,
release.
which kind of makes you even more mad because, you know, I had mine on Xbox 360. So, you know,
I had mine on PS3.
I went to the game dumb overhyped. Like, I was like, this is got to be so lit. I'm about to be, like, running around the city, hacking people, like, not even having to fight nobody. I just, like, blow them up because I could, like, do stuff with their cars and all that, and, you know, all that cool hacking stuff. And I was like, this is going to be lit. So, you know, I get the game. And, I mean, of course, I'm super excited. And the story was lit. You know, it was fun, you know, except for the driving, of course. But everything about it was pretty fun. And then you finish the game.
Boy.
And when you finish the game, it's just like, you just sit there.
Oh, no, I got an issue with the story.
I mean, the story...
I'm gonna hit y'all up with this. Okay, so the story is basically, your niece died, you're angry, you wanna, like, change everything, you wanna, like, get revenge, and basically you try to get revenge, and you make everything worse for your sister, who is the mother of your niece. Do you think the niece wanted her mother's life to be worse? I don't think so, but let's not even talk about that. Basically, Aiden ruins everything. Yeah, he's on some cliche revenge thing over a niece. And yeah.
Whoa. Oh, so you're saying you wouldn't be mad if your niece died like right next to you like that?
Hey.
Oh,
right,
you fucked up.
It was his niece and all. And I can understand he was mad and stuff. But he made it 10 times worse for like the living people. And that's the whole thing. And like yeah, you learn about the CTOS and how it began, and you meet T-Bone, the creator of the CTOS, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that could have been done to the story. And you meet these dudes called DeadSec, who you have no option whether you join or just straight betray them. There is no option in the entire story. You just have some angry Aiden who's just only focused on getting revenge. And then, like, DedSec is a giant organization and stuff that's trying to make a revolution over CTOS, who is... CTOS is the program that bases the entire city, your entire world in the game. So, in the entire game, you're basically a speck on the map because you decide not to do anything with DedSec. The only thing you use CTOS for is getting money and, like, trying to get revenge. And that's literally it. There's so much stuff that you can do, but your guy just decides not to because he's like, oh, I only need to defeat these guys for my niece. Even though the, like, entire city is under CTOS, and you're like, oh, those people don't matter. My story is the only one that matters. So it's one of those games where in the end, when you look back on it, yeah, it's sentimental. Yeah, if you get the full story, you're like, oh, this was a good story. Sad parts. In the end, you really feel small in a grand scale. So if you prefer like personal story rather than overall story, then yeah, you'll like the story a lot. Customization, literally the customization like of your character. No, you can't customize cars, even though you can like drive them around. You literally just change the color of your thing, or
right,
like the texture or whatever. Like, you don't get to change like, oh, do I want a hat or not? Nope. You just change what kind of hat you want. What if you don't want a hat? Nope. You're going to get a hat. What if I want to wear a suit? Nope, you don't get to wear a suit. Oh, what if I just want to wear a t-shirt? Why would you want to wear a t-shirt? You get this same trench coat. We're just going to paint it over again and again and again. And it's beautiful, you know? A multiplayer for Watch Dogs, basically hide and seek, tag, and bootleg racing. That's about it.
Okay,
So,
Quentin, there's one thing you forgot.
I hope we fix that. What's up?
You forgot the karma system, but I got you.
Oh boy.
So look, the karma system
boy.
in Watch Dogs, it was literally pointless. Literally, like, there was no difference in the story.
No repercussions.
Only thing was that when somebody seen it, they were like, oh, it's Aiden. Guess I gotta call the police. And then, like, that's literally the only thing that happened. Like, there was no, like, evil ending, no good ending, none of that. And that's one thing that if they're gonna return that to the game, like, they need to change that.
They should change that. I want to see, like, my decisions actually matter. If y'all gonna call me, what was it at the end, the Fox or something? I want to be like an actual hero, not just some guy oh, he's a hero. Let's not call the police on him if he's stealing somebody's car.
Alright, and another thing is that the side missions in that game, man, it was bad. Like, literally, those side missions, like, after you finish the game, there was no point.
The sex trade thing?
Yo, I remember I completed that because I was so interested in the story. Literally, the last thing was just like all the other missions.
No. Alright, so anybody who hasn't done this, just imagine, like, grinding out, like, two nights for something, right? Oh, no, just a whole night for something, right? And then when you finally get to it, like, you finally get it done, like, by the way, all of the missions you just grind out were exactly the same. Exactly. Now, imagine the very last mission being just a different scenario of some different game mode. Like, it was, what was it, hijack? No, interception, something like that. Like, you basically just do the same thing you've done in other missions. There's no extra thing to this mission, and you don't even meet the person who gave you these missions. You don't get any type of reward, except for, like, I think a different skin. That's literally it. So they need to change up that little reward system they were, like, messing with, because that was painful.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. From what I've seen, though, gameplay-wise, it looks like it could be good, but, you know, as I said before, I was overhyped and thoroughly disappointed, so I'm going into this one very skeptical. Probably more skeptical than I should be. But, I don't know. I feel like the parkour, though. The parkour seems like a very nice addition.
God.
Very nice addition to the game. Because the parkour in the last one was terrible.
Literally, all you did was just vault over stuff. That was the only thing you did.
Literally.
And when you're first playing, when you're first vaulting and everything, you're like, oh yeah, this is lit. I'm about to vault and then shoot that guy in the face.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So, not trying to rush.
You try to vault and then you like fall.
Wait.
I like
so
literally just look at the time. Rip.
So I know we just talked about Watch Dogs 1 the whole time, but what do y'all expect to see in Watch Dogs 2? What do y'all want to see?
In Watch Dogs 2, I don't really require much from you. I mean, it's like as much gripes as I have about the first one, they did a decent job. So it's like, you know, just bring a nice story. Like, you're making a whole new character. He's a dead set guy. That's pretty cool. Like, just give me an interesting story. Give me some nice, like, little hacks things. Give me some nice abilities. Like, he has, like, remote control stuff now. Like, he can remote control, like, drones and shit.
Doesn't he have, like, a computer backpack?
Yeah, he has, he has a computer in his backpack. But, I mean, like, yeah, give me that stuff. I want to see something like that. Make it interesting.
Look, I can sum this up real quick.
I swear to God, if they give me this, like, boring, usual type of story where, you know, you play the guy and, you know, he's the vigilante guy, he's going through, you know, he's going against all the corrupt people, and then towards the end, DedSec is some terrible fucking organization, I swear to God, I'm going to rage. Because I cannot stand those stories.
Oh, shit,
I cannot.
True. Yeah. So look, Quentin, I know you thought like press for time, but look, this is a good topic. All right, so look, you know how in the first game, freaking Aiden, you know he had that weapon. I forgot what it was. It was like a fucking baton that like extended or something like that. All right, so how do y'all feel about the new weapon though?
The Bolas is interesting. I'm actually intrigued. That's an odd weapon choice. I'm happy about that.
I've never seen a main character ever use that in any game in my entire life, so that could be cool.
So I'm excited.
I like that the combat like actually has combos and shit now. Like instead of Aiden, like you remember the takedown like you did on the heavily armored dudes?
You just
literally you tap the button one time and he would just beat them, like 10 times on the head and they would die.
Basically. But all the improvements I want to see, better combat, customization, better customization, hopefully weapon customization, like upgrades and whatnot.
They said they're giving
car customization,
weapon variations.
If they have the UAV, I hope we can upgrade that and all that good stuff. What else?
Wait, is the crafting system back in this game?
I think so, yeah. Because I remember they had a 3D printer.
Interesting. Oh, yo, I did not care about that at all. When they was talking about you could 3D print like weapons and stuff, I was like, what? Why would I care about that? I want to know who was gonna be sitting there watching that, like, oh, yo, I got a 3D printer. Finally, it has a use.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
we gotta sum this up.
Just.
Cause my grandma like over here like, hey, hurry up, come on. I'm like,
damn. Well, Quentin, sum it up for us.
Watch Dogs 3, pick up if it's lit. All right.
Watch Dogs 3, all right, bro. So he on some other stuff.
I'm a whole nother level.
He's looking to E4.
Right.
We're only doing one take, bro. Don't worry.
Alright, next thing. Oh my God. So, Grow Up. Wait, isn't it called Grow Up? Yeah, it's called Grow Up. How do y'all feel about that?
So I'm gonna go put on my clothes for Grady. Y'all do that.
All right, everybody in chat. If y'all don't know, Grow Up is basically the sequel to that game, Grow Home. That disgusting game. Ubisoft thought it was a good idea that they make a sequel to this. And what surprised me was that people was actually hyped for this. Like, there was people legitimately hyped for this game. And I thought the first Grow Home was pretty trash, but people are actually looking forward to this game. How do you feel about it, Adonis?
I do not like the first Grow Home whatsoever. So I guess you can. I'm pretty sure you can already assume where I'm going with this one is no. I don't want another Grow Home. When I heard there was Grow Home 2, I actually wanted to fight somebody. The simple fact of the matter is, Grow Home was one of the most boring games I've ever played in my life.
Damn.
So, look, I'm not one of those guys that like need action to play the game. I can play a game that has a decent story, good characters. It doesn't have to have any combat at all. But
there was no story. There was no story.
You literally just
dropped
from the sky.
The game has no story.
You're a robot that picked up seeds. Look, I gotta go. Like, I'm pressed for time, so let's breeze through this little one. All right. Look, Grow Home was a game that you were a little red robot, and the little Uplay coins or whatever. The only way you can get different skins was use your little Uplay coins or whatever, and whatever. Okay, so basically you were a little robot that picked up seeds from a giant plant thing, flower thing that you grew up in space. Great, whatever. And then I completed that part. I grew the thing all the way up to the ship. And you know what my reward was for that? Yeah, guess what? A little decision thing where it asked me, hey, do you want to go out there and pick up more seeds? And I was like, oh, no, I want to see if I can go to Earth or wherever this thing belongs to. Nope. You get to pick up more seeds. Guess what I did after that? Delete the game. Okay, what do you think I'm looking for the next game? A story. Literally the only other thing that you could do in the game other than run around and flop around with your frail little body was go scan stuff by putting the little teleporter thing.
Oh my god.
That's literally the only thing you could do. So, yeah, I'm looking for a bunch of extra stuff because they were extremely lazy with that game. The only extra thing that I found kind of cool was that one time I went in the cave and saw a bull. Cool. A bull. Wow. Can I scan it? Nope. You kicked me out. Bye. Alright, so, are we still on this? You don't even need to waste time.
Okay.
This. Like,
yeah, he wrapped that up
Don't
good.
even ask me because I don't even know about this game, to be honest.
You don't need to waste time on
Oh
this.
my god.
You don't need to waste time on this.
You wrapped that one up, bro.
Right.
Alright, so
what the hell
look,
is guys?
Quentin. Before you go, let's talk about something that you actually look forward to. For Honor. Start.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, sorry, everybody. If I'm putting on socks while I'm doing this. Hold up. Alright, so look. Basically, For Honor, you're, imagine Chivalry. If nobody saw Chivalry, basically, a medieval game where you do combat with swords and shields and all that good stuff. For Honor is new because it's a multiplayer game where you can actually control the movement of your own weapon. This is new because, of course, you can swing an axe or whatever in Chivalry. You can actually change your stance and change how you're holding the actual weapon, by wrist and arm, in Chivalry. The combat is pretty fast, and yeah, I'm still putting on my socks and my shoes. Alright, so the combat is pretty fast, and I like how new it is. They have an actual campaign, and the multiplayer looks pretty nice. The graphics are pretty good, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Anybody else for Honor?
Actually, I did see it.
Okay. Back into the conversation. Been a whole hour.
It was okay. So look, For Honor, it was all right. I really liked basically everything, the whole concept about it. I remember I saw the trailer and I was like, "Yo, this is good. This is something I might want to play."
I'm actually hyped for Honor. For Honor, You don't give me any combat games where it's just straight like strategic battle, face to face. No running up on people, one shotting them from behind. It's combat, like actual combat. So I'm excited. Like I'm ready for For Honor. Like Chivalry was one of those games, but then this one is like there's factions, different groups you can go with, different types of play styles. Like Japan has katanas and. I'm ready.
What does he say?
Steroids. Chivalry on steroids.
Basically,
and a third person. Oh my god, what was that?
That was your mic blowing up.
I guess I could say I really like games that like the combat just you can like counter everything, like it's actual combat. Like if you were to go in real life and start fighting somebody, you can basically do all the little counters, not like on a per se DC universe where you just like gotta like block from like big old attacks or something like that. Nah, I want counters.
When your stream
off. So look, I gotta go. What he said about counters, yeah, it's like what I said about the whole hand movement thing. You can actually like do stuff with your blade. You know how many like melee based games where you literally only attack and you just hit them, and whoever hits the other person with higher damage dies first? No. There's actual physics now. You can actually block,
real skill.
not with just a, like actual like shield or whatever, or with your blade like in a blocking stance. No, you can actually, all that cool stuff you see in movies. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later.
No.
All right, I'm gonna put my sub log here.
There, Quentin's go.
All right, shout out to Quentin for coming out on the podcast. Oh my God.
Of course.
Right.
Now it's just us three to wrap it up.
Right, you
You
still
know,
got
I don't
probably
have
a
any more technical difficulties.
whole hour left
Of
of
course.
conversation.
Oh yeah, what is it? Microsoft and Sony, or we?
So was there anything
still
else
get
on
Ubisoft?
Ubisoft that needs to be discussed?
Yo, did
I
y'all
still want to say
talk
another thing about For
uh,
Honor.
South Park?
No, not yet, but hold on. I want to finish up For Honor.
Oh yeah.
Thing that I like about For Honor, like Alex was saying, freaking the combat, it's just it's really ridiculous. Like when I was watching the video, and like these guys in the video, they were going one-on-one for the hottest minute. I'm talking about the combat was so intense.
Like
Sweaty.
Usually when people play games like that, they're like, "Oh, this is taking way too long, man. I hate combat like this. It feels slow." The fact that if at any moment, if you fuck up that one block, you're fucking done. It's so intense.
Right, and then it's so punishing. Like if you counter, if you get countered, and then like they can just pull off like a massive combo on you.
Yes.
That could like really end you. That could end your shit.
Like just the fact that, and then I'm not even gonna lie, I like the fact that like your character, at least for campaign wise, is like that bigger guy. You can just like tell he's leading the pack, and like he's like mows down all the little ones that he's going through. It's like it makes you feel like you're powerful, and then so it makes you feel like when you meet that other guy and you're fighting him, it makes you feel like, yeah, this guy's a challenge. I might just get shit on. And then I can only imagine what online is going to look like. Just
That is going to be
massive
so
amounts of
much
people
fun.
Just charging.
That's
Three
gonna
different
be a
factions.
monster.
If they have the three different factions all on the battlefield at once, it just give me that. Give me
God,
that. That would be
that's
beautiful. Like
I could have
King of
sworn
the
I
Hill
seen
type
that in
game.
the gameplay. Well, not in the
See, I
gameplay
saw
for
the
this year, but
campaign
last year.
gameplay.
That's an
What I saw
all
was
certain hell.
campaign. Like, give me just like a King of the Hill type game mode, all three factions fighting for it. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, I'm already sold on For Honor. That's a definite pickup for me.
So, Alex, you want to hop into South Park?
Oh yeah, fractured butthole.
Okay, you go, because I ain't played the first one, but I've seen like gameplay on that.
I've
Yeah,
seen
I
gameplay
don't
of the Stick of Truth. I really wanted to see it, but look, before this is said, if you pre-order the Fractured Butthole, you can get the Stick of Truth for free.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
not
thought that was
only
only Steam though.
I don't know. I don't remember. But really,
All right, but continue. Either way, continue.
I'm really liking that instance because like for those people who just want to get into a South Park game and who want to play because like the Fractured Butthole. I mean, who doesn't want to play that?
If you love South Park.
Right. So basically, the South Park game is just like it's literally the next day from the Stick of Truth. From what they said, it's literally the next day because they're imagining that they're like all these other people, and the Fractured Butthole is basically them in a civil war because it was really all about money making. They were kind of having like a crack at like Marvel and DC about the movies that they make and shit. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the commentators were funny as well. I mean, the game still has its funny ass commentary as usual. Like just the dialogue between you and like any other character is just like fucking hilarious.
Yeah, if a game can make you laugh and make you actually want to beat it, then you kind of got me sold.
Yeah, you pretty much delivered what we want.
And the thing about the Fractured Butthole is that even their title is so subtle about it being funny. Like when I first saw that, I was like, "What does this title mean?" And then they said it, and I was already laughing, and I was like, "This game," and like. I love South Park, so like the fact that they're making a game and it's not holding back with this comedy, it's keeping that same type of, just straightforward South Park style comedy that they always had, just makes me love it even more. Like I've never played the Stick of Truth, and I always regret it every time because I'm like, man, I should have played it. And then so the fact that they have like the little incentive for buying like pre-ordering, you get the Stick of Truth, hopefully for all consoles.
Of course.
Hopefully, but if just the fact that you get it, it's just kind of like they're doing it right.
Wait, are they doing it
Also
like
doing
deluxe edition or something, or what?
I'm not too sure.
I don't. It's not like they really have DLC for the game. I don't think there are.
No, I mean
hope
like
not. They didn't have it
you
for
only
Stick
get
of Truth, I don't
Stick of
believe,
Truth if you pre-order like deluxe edition. Deluxe edition.
No, I
or
think
something.
it's just a simple
I mean, you
pre-order
get it
bonus.
for. I guess so. Like if you pre-order the game, like you get it for free. But like another thing I needed to add, like this is a need. So the movements, like instead of South Park: The Stick of Truth, where you'd like stand there and then you'd like attack them, like run up and then hit them and then back off, like
Turn-based.
like an old ass game,
Like an RPG.
yeah, basically. But in this instance, like you can move around, like while you're battling. So like you can dodge them, you can push and pull them, you can push them to other characters to get like extra damage and stuff. Just the little things makes this game like dope.
Yeah.
So YouTube will be
I'm
picking
excited.
up this game.
I never really thought I'd be excited for like a South Park.
I mean, am I gonna pick it up? Probably. It's all on my PlayStation space, really. Which they need to fix. A terabyte would be nice. Come on now.
I mean, get that Neo.
Oh yeah.
True.
All right. Anything else on Ubisoft?
No, I think that's it. No, wait, no. Two more things. Eagle Flight and Starbridge VR.
No.
No, we're moving on.
Look, we're moving on with Eagle
Alright,
Flight. We
alright.
can go to Star Trek, bro. Come on now.
No. I want to talk about it. Eagle
Eagle
Flight, when
Flight
I
is the
seen it,
VR game I have ever seen.
it is
Oh
not
my
even
God.
terrible though.
I don't like the
Eagle-
concept
no.
of
It's not that it was
it.
terrible. It was the most boring looking game I have seen. It looks so unappealing.
The way that they described it, it just made it bad too.
No, the fact that it just looked unappealing, like the game itself was just like, yeah, this is like PS2 polygon graphics.
Dead.
Bringing it back to the old days, cause that was looking terrible. It's not even the fact that the concept of the game threw me off, which it did. It's the fact that the game looked like a PS2 first-person flight game. That's the type of impression I got from it. That might just be me, but I don't like it.
Alright, so look. From the way I was looking at it was like from the VR perspective, like how they're doing it and stuff. And it just goes to show that like VR could go like really far. Like that's how the way I was looking at it. Because it's cool that they're even like doing that like with the multiplayer VR. Like what was it, like 3v3? And they was like all flying around the city and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that they even try to do that like in the game. Like it was different to me. It was like a different type of thing. Also with the Star Trek, that was different. Looking at that, that was way different from like any other VR game that like's been mainstream or anything like that. Because when I seen that, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't watch Star Trek, but you know, it's pretty cool that you like get to cooperate and be on the Star Trek bridge and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
With Eagle Flight, in my opinion, it was something new to me. So like I was kind of like iffy about it because really it's like you grab a rabbit and then you go to like the other team's thing. It's like capture the flag or capture the rabbit in this case. But I like what I did like, however, is like when you're moving, like there's so much like other stuff that you can like literally evade the other team from.
Oh yeah, like you can go into the sewers and stuff.
Yeah, that was a nice change of pace.
That was interesting.
I'm talking about that can turn anything from like a dead-on chase to like just a free run.
Yeah.
But it's like the way that it looks, bro. It looks a little bit too fast. So like you're gonna be running into some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Cause like they were just
it.
gliding through everything.
Right.
Yeah. They were like perfect synchronization with the team half of the time. I don't know.
I don't know if like you know that was just recorded previously. They was frauding it. I don't know, but like that game is gonna take a little getting used to. Just a little bit.
That ain't just no game where you just gonna hop into it to be master flyer.
Right.
Like the game ain't even fast paced. That junk is like fast paced. That thing is like on a whole nother level of like fast.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm like I don't know. If they polish up the look for Eagle Flight, maybe. But
I mean, you gotta remember, like it was just a little taste of the game, just to like.
Yeah.
Show
I mean, I
me.
understand it's just a little
just
taste of the
VR.
game, but you know.
Now Star Trek, however, that was a nice
cool.
living room game.
It was nice.
Like if you're like sitting in the living room with your family and like y'all all just so happen to have VRs, you know, that's some type of fun thing to do.
Or just a group of friends, period.
Really.
Yeah. The fact that like you can like have like certain roles, like everybody has their own role to play in the game is so cool to me.
And if one person messes up, it messes up for everyone.
Yeah. See, most games I would hate that, but I like that there's that risk to it. Like you literally have to trust these people.
Right.
I mean, it is Star Trek, and like you're basically manning a ship. So like you gotta have everybody like ready, like on lock, like because I remember when they were showing gameplay, and then somebody had to like do that little warp joint.
Yeah.
And, like they were about to get destroyed if they did not warp. I mean, it just came in like at the nick of time.
Like preparation and like squad. You got to be ready. I love that.
It most definitely looks like a very enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Right. But VR, it's got a chance.
I mean, VR itself, I've always been iffy about. So, it can go either way.
Exactly.
I mean, right.
Okay, but not to rush or anything, but moving on. We're gonna save the best for last. So let's move on to Xbox.
What?
Okay.
And basically Xbox E3. I ain't gonna say it was the worst. It wasn't the best, but it was alright. And the first thing I want to talk about was Forza. Y'all seen that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so like,
I was quite excited.
look, when I seen Forza, I immediately thought of like the crew, like the way they were doing the game, but like it's like how the crew should have been. Like the way I was looking at it, because the crew sucked. Let's be honest. That game was nothing. I mean, it was made by Ubisoft. The way they advertise their games ain't nothing like how it really turns out. We learned that the hard way. The crew, Division, Wildlands, Grow Home. But
Ubisoft ain't good at advertisements, but we gonna move on from that point.
No, they good at advertisements. They get you to buy those games, all right. But basically, when I seen that game,
through with it.
it was looking alright, because like you don't really see that many racing games nowadays anyway. Like only 2 racing games really that are out right now. Well, coming out is gonna be Gran Turismo and Forza. Well, at least for all I know, that's gonna be all that's coming out. And like, you really don't see that many racing games nowadays. And to see Forza like going like that, it makes me wish that it was on PS4. They're not even doing that. It's gonna be an Xbox exclusive. But it kind of sucks. It's not gonna be over here. It sucks.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go buy the Xbox, but I don't want a VCR.
Damn.
Forza.
Damn.
Forza had me actually pretty hyped for it. Like, I was like, that was pretty interesting. The fact that it's so easy to just like hop in the game with your friends was
Yes,
really
it was
cool.
like simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
But Forza, I don't know. I can't really say too much about it because I'm not really that much of a racing fan. But the game looked nice, that's for sure. They give you new areas. They're giving you areas that you don't really see a lot. I can't remember exactly where it's taking place at. But they have like 3 different type of areas. They have like a desert area, like forest area, not this thing like a straight city, or like a beach type area. It's really good. It's really cool that they do that.
Right.
With all this being said, Forza made me piss myself.
I don't know about all that.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I've seen good racing games. Like, Need for Speed. You know how you get that Need for Speed feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this sort of gave me the Need for Speed feels, like something like Need for Speed would do. But like they just haven't done it. I mean, and like Arthur said, it really is kind of a shame that it's not like it's an Xbox exclusive and instead of PlayStation or multi-plat.
Like, that's one of those games that legitimately, when I looked at it, I was like, dang, I would buy an Xbox for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the game, I'm not even sure.
Nah, I would, just for that game.
I would not buy the console just for Forza.
That thing is a console seller.
I would beg them to like bring it to PlayStation or something.
That thing is a console seller. That's why when you see those Xbox commercials, you always see Forza in it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Forza and Gears of War.
Yep.
Those are that's the money makers.
Oh please, let's get to Gears of War.
Yeah,
real
Forza
quick.
and Gears of War and Halo, the main triple A game that they have. Those are like the top of the line Xbox games.
But
there is one game I want to talk about that I seen on Xboxes, and it was Scalebound.
Okay, interesting.
See, I was going into Scalebound pretty interested about it. Very, very interesting concept to me. The fact that, you know, you're a guy, and you also get to control the dragon. Like, you don't get many games where you get to full on control the dragon, customize it to your liking, give it the abilities. You don't get many games like that. So I was hyped about it. And to be honest, I still kind of am now. I mean, I've seen the combat. You know, the combat kind of reminds me of like Final Fantasy almost. Like, not the RPG, but like, you know, the real time, you know, fighting and movement and stuff. It kind of reminds me of one of those type of
like the MMO one.
games. Yeah. And it's really interesting to me because like the concept is what really gets me. And I remember I talked with Quentin about it, like kind of a little bit, and he said that he was kind of excited about it because he feels like it's like jumping between like dragons and like kind of fantasy type stuff and like modern, because like the guy wears headphones when he's like fighting and stuff, and he threw them all. But I think it's interesting, like they're making their own universe. They're not playing by like the usual rule. Like if it's fantasy, it has to be like old times where like nobody has any, like no weapons, none of that stuff. It's their own world. Dragons still exist, you know, but it's still futuristic, and I think that's pretty cool. And I'm pretty excited for the game.
Okay, so I basically the opposite of everything you just said. So look, when I seen Scalebound, I heard about it before, and it was interesting, what I heard about it. All right, so I was like, oh, okay, so this game could be pretty cool, because all I heard was just good stuff about it, right? So I looked at the gameplay, and I was just a little bit disappointed, just a little bit, only because like the game, when I looked at it, that's gonna be the closest thing we get to Dragon Age. I mean, not Dragon Age, freaking Dragon's Dogma. That's what it reminded me of. Like the combat, the way like you jump up on the monsters and then like they have like stamina, and you have stamina and all that stuff. It literally reminded me of that, and I was like, this is like a Xbox Dragon's Dogma. That's literally what it reminded me of. But don't get me wrong, the game could be cool.
I don't really have anything on Scalebound. I mean, I'm really like dashed, like in the middle.
I mean,
are you hyped for it?
The concept is what really gets
me.
The concept is what really gets me, though. Like, that's like the fact that they're coming out with some like new stuff. Like, you have not really seen any game where like you're a dragon, like you get a dragon in the game. Like, you know, some games have companions and stuff, but it's just there. It does its own thing. Half the time it's barely helping you fight. But this game, you rely on your dragon in combat, so you have to tailor it to your needs. Then you also get to customize your character to your needs. So it's like, you know, say if you make your character just all about defense, and then you can make your dragon just big on attack. I love that. Like, the fact that there's so much customization for you and your dragon to make it the way you want to is just like really interesting. I think it's really cool, because I'm like a big fan of games that have like dragons, and I love fighting dragons, and I love like being able to have a dragon and stuff. So the fact that they're making a game where it's all about you and your dragon fighting together is so lit to me.
You get the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
I swear to God, in Dragon's Dogma, I ain't seen not one damn dragon in there, except for that white dragon. You didn't even get to fight that nigga, bro.
In the game's called Dragon's Dogma. Dead.
There was no dragons. But look. Off that topic, I was gonna talk about Hand of Fate 2, but I don't even remember what I was gonna fucking say about it. So, Recore, y'all seen that game?
Yes.
How do y'all feel about it?
You can go to time, Alex.
Meh. I'm gonna say meh on it. Cause I mean, I don't really want to say nothing bad about it, but I don't really have anything necessarily good with it. I mean, cause hey, another robot companion. Wow, haven't seen that. Something so new. You know, oh, hey, he gets a dog form. Oh, wait, is that a gorilla? Oh, okay. Oh, what is that? Like a spider type thing?
Like, this is
Oh,
all
hey, your
brand
character's
new.
jumping, trying to do lateral movements. Hey, call on your robot. Oh my. So new, so innovative, so.
To be honest,
so,
that's
so game.
kind of my same feelings about the game. Is that I just feel like it's another. I feel like it's going back another platformer, like dystopian type platformer. You know, where you kind of gotta use your bots for different movements. Probably like one bot is like just straight combat. Like the gorilla's probably like combat mainly or something like that, and they just all have different uses, which isn't bad. Is it even a platformer? I mean, because that's the type of thing I was thinking it was when I first saw it.
I thought it was a platformer
game. Okay, because that's the type of feeling I got from it. It's like, if it's not a platformer, then they're just going all types of wrong with it. But the fact that, it's sort of changed the fact that for me, the game is just kind of like not something that gets me excited. Like, seeing the game is just like, okay, the main character is some girl, and she has robots. Where do you go from there?
Pretty much.
And I mean, maybe there's more to it, like, you know, they just didn't show off any story aspect, or like, you know, any of the bigger parts of the game, but didn't really catch me like that. Just assumed it was like some girl. I can only assume that the story's like some girl living in a dystopian future, goes off to find some secret or something like that, and she finds out that the robots you're able to hack into the robots and use them. And then that's the only thing I can assume from that game.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of bad that some games like that are like really predictable.
Yeah, some games are predictable, and I feel like that game's kind of easily predictable, to be honest.
So you're not gonna be picking up Recore?
To be honest, I don't think I am. Maybe if I see more about it, give me something to be more interested in. Like, make the story interesting. Let me see something new. Show off more like combat-ish type stuff. Because I mean, you really only saw like the robots doing most of the work, and like a couple of movements of her jumping. So, you know, show me more. Maybe it'll change my opinion. But for now, not really a pickup for me. Off initial sight.
Indie games are not taking W's this podcast, okay?
They're not, bro.
I mean, I personally didn't have anything wrong with the game. It's just that, like Donna said, we need to see more. On the game. Because it's not like it was bad or anything. It's good to see just new IPs. Like, that's one thing I was glad about the C3. It was just nice to see new stuff. Like, not just the same old stuff, just like retextured.
True.
Yeah.
I just don't like some of the like similar concepts.
Yeah, I don't like when I feel like I can predict the game. That
Right, like with a damn zombie game, but like we got to get into that later.
Oh my god, yo, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about too.
We ain't gonna say that though.
But yeah, I don't know. Recore has potential.
So, like, speaking of zombie games, Dead Rising 4, that was shown, and I swear that looked like the old Dead Rising. Like you're back inside. Aren't you like back inside the mall or something like that?
No. I don't even think you're back inside the mall. I think you're like half full city. I think at one point he was in the mall, so maybe it's like a bigger map.
Yeah, I seen something where he was in the mall.
Inside the mall and outside buildings and stuff like that. But either way, not excited.
But yo, when I seen that, I was like, yo, why did they even make this? Like, they really could have just stopped at 3 and I would have been okay.
I mean, like, I can't even really, like, I played Dead Rising. I wasn't even really, like, all that into them then. Because, you know, it was just like, I'm not going to say a mindless zombie game, like Zombie Killer, but, you know, it was like a wacky little game where you get to have fun doing stuff. But Dead Rising 4 just was like, where do you even go from there? Nothing else you can really do.
Oh, don't give me nothing on Dead Rising. I think I'm just gonna skip that one. I have not played any of the Dead Rising like at all. So like me, in my opinion, does not fucking matter.
I mean, Dead Rising is not. It's like, it's just one of those games where it's just like, you know, you get put into place. You're definitely never caring about the story. I don't even remember if there is even a story for like Ghost of Dead Rising. I'm like one Dead Rising thing, Dead Rising 2. You have to like get Zombrex or something, whatever it's called, for your daughter to make sure she doesn't turn into a zombie. Half of the players didn't even care about her, let her die. I was one of those players, to be honest. She died like with like the first 5 minutes of me playing the game.
Damn.
But Dead Rising was just like, I don't know. It's fun when you like, you know, having mindless fun killing zombies, and that's pretty much it. So Dead Rising 4 is just kind of like, you know, what else would you really need to do?
Right.
Another game where it's like another game where story has like non-existent, so you know, don't really need to worry about that. Just do whatever you want to do, really. I mean, if that's your type of game, that's your type of game. I just have no interest in it anymore.
Alright, I mean, what is a story mode nowadays?
I mean, that's what we really need. We need some real good stories, like Last of Us type stories.
I just want a game where, like, I know I'm going to remember this story against all other games.
Right, like you can go back like a good 5 years later and be like, hey, you remember that story for that game? And he's just like, yeah, man,
like,
that shit was amazing.
Like a game like The Last of Us. The Last of Us story was amazing. Like, it's when, like, if you play the game and you love it like I do, you're not going to forget the story because it sticks with you. I mean, I'm not even saying it to be like an emotional game. Like, it can be just straight up, just like bloody action game. But if the story is lit, then that's all I want. That's all I want. I just don't want any mindless like games all the time anymore. I can deal with some of them. Like, you know, like a fighting game, that makes sense. It's a fighting game. There doesn't need to be stories about the gameplay. But some games, Mortal Kombat? Like, see, even then, Mortal Kombat tried to keep it an entertaining story. I'll give them credit for that. It wasn't the best, but they tried.
Oh, so you're saying Mortal Kombat story was bad? Okay.
No. I'm not saying it was bad. It just was there. You know, wasn't terrible, wasn't bad. Had a lot of like moments where it just kind of like, still didn't make me care about the characters anymore.
I feel.
I don't know. Just some games need stories and some games don't. Dead Rising 4 is one of those games where just like, you know, you get tired of not having the story.
Okay, so look, I'm trying to get this done before the 3-hour mark. So look. Gears of War 4. Anybody here cares about Gears of War 4?
I personally.
Hell no, it's shit.
All right, nobody care. All right, good. Halo Wars 2. Anybody care about that?
Hell no, it's shit.
Now look, when I seen Halo Wars 2, dude, like I was like, who like was sitting here hyped for this game? Like,
apparently, Halo Wars was like a dumb hype game. Everybody was excited for that.
that was not something that I would be hyped for. I was like, dude, why? No, I don't want that. I want Halo. Don't give me no Halo Wars.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people were excited for it. I mean, I don't know. Of course, I wasn't. But yeah, my opinions don't matter.
True.
One game I do want to bring up real quick: Tekken 7.
Okay.
I'm too hyped for Tekken 7.
That junk is about to be so good. Wasn't that thing already out for like so long in like Japanese arcades?
Yeah, it's
like
been
that?
out in Japan as an arcade game for like a year now. Yeah. And you know, of course Japan's all stingy with their stuff, so we're getting it all types of late.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that we're getting it is okay with me. Cause Tekken is one of those games where, you know, the story doesn't really make any sense. We're not trying to bring up story in every aspect of the game, but they put a story in there.
Nah, man,
like,
that story makes no sense.
Game.
Akuma is in there now. I did not understand why he was there.
It's just like terrible at this point, but that's okay because the combat, the gameplay is fun. It makes up for it. You don't have to worry about the story because you're always going to be fighting people. And
that combat was ridiculous.
I mean, one thing that kind of makes me upset is like now they got like kind of like these ultimate looking things, like look like they got ultimates in the game, like finishers or something. Like I don't know, it looks weird. I don't really know if I'm like that. It kind of feels like the game's gonna become unbalanced when they do that.
No, I probably just got to get used to it.
I mean, yeah, but just from initial sight, it looks like the game become unbalanced. Like Akuma has like his little Hadouken type move and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, but still excited for the game, 100%. 1000% in fact, definitely a pickup for me. I mean, I'm a Tekken fanboy, not even gonna lie.
Tekken over Street Fighter.
I'm excited. Street Fighter just don't love me. It's the other way around. I want to love Street Fighter. Street Fighter don't love me.
So that
really
was
my
raped
thoughts
by
on
Street
Tekken
Fighter at a
7
very young
is,
age. That's
like
nice
it.
to know. Nice to know. But Tekken 7,
yeah.
it's gonna be a lit game because I remember on PS3 at Tech Revolution, played it with Squad. It was it was the hottest movement. That was like the first time I actually like really wanted to play Tekken. And I played Tekken Revolution. Then I played Tekken 6 for a little while on Xbox, not PlayStation. But I had a really fun time on there too.
I played every single Tekken game.
I was waiting for Tekken 7 to come out. And now that you know it's finally coming out, I mean, it's lit. And I can't wait. It's definitely a pickup. Unless it has like hella microtransactions and like the game's trash, then it ain't a pickup no more.
No, I don't. Tekken has never done. Well, Tekken has. Are there microtransactions?
I mean, they can work
like
microtransactions into any game, really.
They really can. Just make like new characters,
Tekken
like
6 had
the characters,
like, DLC characters, and that was about it.
Right.
But even then, no, that was Tekken Tag. No, that wasn't Tekken Tag Tournament. Or was that Tekken Tag Tournament? One of them had like DLC characters that had like unknown in the game, and then they made her free anyway.
Damn.
So you know.
That's really a kick in the face for everyone who bought it.
Right.
Kind of.
Just like Destiny.
But...
Shots fired.
Very true.
Shots fired.
Like with the damn legendary edition.
This is clearly a shots fired type of podcast.
It really is. Like I kid you not. Like we don't shoot stuff like this. Like we haven't shot stuff like this in a while.
It's been a minute since we did the podcast, but that's why.
No, true.
But yeah, any other Microsoft?
Okay.
Oh, I got you. I got
one real quick.
Are we still talking about games or
games?
Oh yeah. Okay, drop it real quick.
Okay.
Because I'm about to shit on
y'all
Microsoft.
No, I'm about to shit on them with this one. So y'all know when they were sitting up there and they were demonstrating Minecraft having cross-platform with fucking
Oh
PC,
my.
bro.
I forgot about this one.
I was sitting there, I was like,
I
bruh,
forgot to.
why did you spend all this time just like demonstrating? It was like literally just like last year when they were just demonstrating the HoloLens, where basically the dude, he could like look at the whole Minecraft map and he could like put stuff down, and the other people that's actually playing with him, they can see what he's doing and all that stuff, and he can basically look at the map for them and all that. It was basically like that all over again, but it was so unnecessary to me. Like, they didn't even need to do that. And honestly, Windows 10, they trying to cross-platform that with Xbox and stuff. It doesn't need that, honestly.
Once again, another game with terrible scripted scenes.
Yo, I almost cried watching that, bro. It was that bad.
Another game with terribly scripted moments.
Of course.
It was terrible.
Let me go ahead and drop some knowledge on you folks real quick about Microsoft. Now, we're gonna have this nice little, nice little calm, serene session. All right. So Microsoft, you announced the Xbox One. The S. Okay. Nice and all. 4K, whatever. But the new stuff that y'all are bringing to the Xbox is shit that we already have. like the club shit. I remember I saw that. I was like, boy, PlayStation already have it. You know what it's called? Communities, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Like, this shit is so fucking unoriginal. Like, they say it like it's something completely new. Like, they've never seen it before.
We're innovative.
Granted, yes, we just got the parties. We just got the party system. But y'all niggas just got communities. Come on now.
I mean, not trying to
that should have already
defend
been something.
damage control Xbox, but like, we was years late on parties though. We
really were
years late.
I'm gonna go ahead and give them that. They got parties, but we got it now.
Wait,
So,
is
like,
that only for Xbox One S, or like that's for Xbox Live in total?
No, I think that's like Xbox Live in total.
Okay, I was about to say.
Bro, I was about to say, damn.
But look, also with the Xbox One being like 40% smaller, we already did that. All the PlayStations. The PlayStation 2 has a fucking slim. PS3 has a fucking slim. Bet you the Bet you the 4K got a damn slim. The 4K is a slim. I bet. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, how far back you guys are in the
I've never really understood the appeal of a slim. I don't.
It's really all they do is like they speed up like the hardware on it, and they just make it smaller, so it's just more appealing to people.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. The slim can really fit into more places. That's what my view is.
When I first got my first PS2, and everybody was like, "Oh, but I got the slim." I was like,
so
nah, I had the thick PS4, boy. I mean PS3, boy. God damn it. I had the thick PS2, boy.
I had the slim joint.
Now let me tell y'all like this. So like, y'all already know, everybody who watches the podcast, y'all boys already like thick girls. Y'all already know.
What the hell?
Get out.
The PS2.
Off subject?
The thick was like, of course, always. It's got to be me to do it.
Okay, so we just gonna let you. You got that, bro.
We like them thickums.
All right.
But anyway,
all right, moving on.
Wait, cause hold on, the arena part.
What arena?
That they're opening, like, game developer. Like, you ain't never heard of the arena? It's like the tourney-based thing where it's like the brackets and stuff.
I think I heard a little bit of that.
The arena stuff, it's not even that bad. I like how they're doing that, and like the developers like EA can get into it.
That's actually pretty cool.
With the sports and stuff. But really, is it even necessary? That's really what it comes down to. Is it necessary?
I don't know.
It may not be necessary, but it's a cool feature to have.
I mean, but like
just something
said,
to just
I don't
like,
want a VCR that plays games, bro. Like we have roles in this world, and Microsoft's role is just being damn a VCR.
Podcast full of shots.
Shit. I mean, cause like all the stuff that they. All right, look, I'm getting off topic. I'm not even finna hate on them anymore. Let's stay. We already saved the best for last, bro.
Well, next topic. Inside, basically, I'm just gonna go through this one. Inside is basically the sequel to Limbo. Those people, they are making a sequel called Inside, and it's basically gonna. I don't think it's the same story as Limbo. Like, it's not carrying on from then.
I remember that game somewhat.
Inside was pretty nice.
Are they carrying on from the Limbo story, or is it totally new?
I think it's totally new. I think it's completely new.
Cause
I think it's just by the same people who made.
Yeah, it's made by people who made Limbo. Just I don't know if it's same story.
I think it's
like
completely new though. If I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, basically be on the lookout for that. Limbo, that was one of my favorite games. Not really one of my favorite games to play, but it was one of my favorite games of that genre.
Yeah.
Like indie game. It was really fun to play, even though almost killed myself on that last level. That thing was ridiculous. I was like, how
when
do
I still
you
have
even?
yet to complete Limbo.
No, literally on the last level, I had to Google it, bruh. It was ridiculous. Cause like you had to hit the fan at this exact moment, and your character would go and fly towards the end, and then everything would go slow motion, and then you would find your sister.
Cool. But yeah,
it was cool.
Oh yeah, we haven't discussed We Happy Few.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot. I don't think I have that on notes. No, I don't even have it on notes. Thank God you said something.
That's why I remember too, because I was like, I'm not forgetting some game on notes that I've been put in here. We Happy Few.
Let me introduce that one. Alright, so basically that's new IP. I have no idea who the fuck it's made by. But basically, what the fuck? Okay, I'm looking at the game. But look, basically the game, it's about how society, like, they make you take pills or whatever. Well, this society, they're making them take pills, and what's happening is that they take the pills and basically they have like hallucinations of like good things. Like in the trailer, what happened was that they were supposed to be playing with a piñata, and the dude, he wasn't on his pills, and because he wasn't on his pills, the piñata, it was literally a freaking dead rat or something, right?
Yeah, rat. I think it was a rat, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that.
It was literally a rat. Like his wife was like, "Hey, you should come play with us," and then he hit the rat, and then the blood splattered everywhere. He threw up. She was like, "Oh no, you're off your pills," and that's when like security came in. He had to fight his way out. He had to go run off. And basically, I like the concept of this because like there's no other game doing this right now. Like this is completely new. That's why I like this.
It's one of those games, and it's one of those games where like the game, like the story is going to be interesting. Like like going through and figuring out what's going on and the backstory. And then like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like I sometimes like those games where they have like the hidden messages about it, like it relates to real life. Almost get like that, that feeling like this is kind of like I feel like it's kind of relating to the government. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But like like I remember I saw the trailer and it had like this little broadcast thing going on. It's like talking about how the world is happy, everybody's happy together now, and it's like, but are you? And then I don't know. It seems like a game where, like, if you don't really look into it, you're going to miss it. But like if you like think about it, it kind of just gets you. I think that's pretty cool. And the game itself just looks fun in general.
No, like, dude, like when I seen that trailer, that part when he was off the pills and like when he hit the pinata, it turned into the rat and like blood splattered everywhere. That really got me, cause like I was not expecting that. Like that's what I like about it. It's so unexpected. That's something I would not expect to happen.
And then like you can only imagine how much more stuff will happen, like what the world really looks like in the eyes of people who's like off their joy.
Right. Like it might be like a war-torn country or something like that.
Yes. But to everybody else who's like on these pills and like, you know, they call him a downer, I believe that's what they call him.
Yeah. He's a downer.
It's just like it's so interesting that they like just like even the words just make it sound cool. Like you're a downer. You're off your joy, man. Like it just sounds all new and different and fresh.
Like, that's the type of stuff we need. New IPs. And not just new IPs, like totally new ideas. Like somebody was thinking really outside the box when they made this game.
Like I can only imagine how they came up with that concept. Yeah, let's make a game where everybody in this world is on drugs that consistently keep them happy. And if you're off the drugs, you realize that this world is pretty fucked up. Like that's some mind fuckery.
Okay, but I don't think Alex is here, is he?
Yeah, I don't think he's here. And if he is, he's probably accidentally muted his mic.
Dead. I hope he didn't. He sounded like they bruh, they left me. But that game, it's a pickup. Wait, is it an Xbox exclusive though?
It's an Xbox exclusive, sadly.
Oh my god, time to buy an Xbox. Like, cause these games, they was actually pretty good.
Microsoft been putting on, bro.
Like, even though I
Microsoft
said
is tired of getting left behind by these exclusives.
They had some pretty good ones, bro. Like that right there. That one in Forza.
Microsoft is tired of getting left behind by these exclusives.
Right,
now, if I
like,
find out Tekken is an exclusive, I think I might just rage.
Yeah, I might just have to buy the 1S.
If I find, because you know, it looks pretty darn detailed. And not saying Sony ain't got no good details on the game, because they do, but you know that looked like strictly Xbox driven, like graphic type style. I don't know, but all I'm saying is if it's purely Xbox One, I'm gonna be upset. But yeah, I think that's about all I can remember about Microsoft.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's all I got from Microsoft. So last one, best for last, PS4 conference, well, PlayStation conference.
Interesting.
First thing,
I kind of wish
God
Alex
of War.
was back here. I wish Alex was back here, man.
Right.
God of War. Like what many people are already feeling about it, I'm iffy about the game. I am very iffy. Now, don't get me wrong. Seeing the name God of War had me too hyped. And then you see the way it's played. Now, I have no problem with the combat. It looked pretty fun. It looked cool. But the fact that it has God of War's name on it makes me feel different about it.
Right.
Now, cause like, you know, if you play God of War, you know the type of style it has. It's had the same style every time, and you know you loved it. But now it's like it looks different. You know, it's more kind of like I guess I could use the word grounded. It's more grounded to it, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm kind of iffy about how I feel about it. Because it's either you go into it, you play it, and it feels completely and utterly different. It doesn't feel like a God of War game, or it can be amazing and it could be a better God of War game.
Oh shit. Where did Alex go?
Right.
Oh shit. We gotta finish the podcast without Alex.
Damn. Well.
Shit.
But yeah.
Okay.
People just dropping out like flies out here.
Right. And then there were 2.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just iffy about it. Yeah, I'm just iffy about it. That's just me. It can go either way.
Alright, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. How I felt about God of War, I mean, it was pretty cool watching the gameplay and stuff. It was cool to see that it actually showed some gameplay on it. Like when he was fighting with his son and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. Is it confirmed that you like get to fight as the son or no?
I don't know. I don't believe so. That's what I was actually just gonna say, is that I'm wondering if it's gonna be like certain times where you have to fight with your son, and like I'm wondering like how they're gonna use that, because it's either his son's gonna be there in some time, or probably not. Like I don't know. It depends on how they do it, but I don't believe your son is playable. I honestly feel like he's probably gonna be like an in-game skin almost for some reason. I get that feeling like like you play the game and you progress until he gets older or something like that, and maybe you even take over the game as playing as the son for the rest of the game. Who knows?
That would have been interesting, like if they did that. That's how I thought it was gonna be when I first seen it.
Yeah, because like the fact that like when you see the one scene where like he trains his son to use an arrow and stuff, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different, so I don't really know how they're going to implement the son into the story. Because when you see the scene when he's fighting like the big troll guy, the son is actually shooting arrows at him. He's actually helping during the fight. So
okay,
I don't really
thing I want to know
how.
Why did that troll look exactly like Kratos? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Because I was sitting there, I was like, what the? It looks about disgusting too. That's another thing. It looks so disgusting.
Yeah, but I do like that they're going in a whole new direction. Not even Greek gods anymore. Like Norse gods, I believe. Like when you see the dragon come flying through, I was too excited.
Wait, where was he trying to go at the end of the thing where he showed his son?
They were hunting the deer, and I believe that just kind of like where it just ends on the scene.
No, they were talking about going somewhere. Like it was somewhere in the clouds. I forgot.
Oh, I don't even remember, honestly. To be honest, I don't.
Oh my god. Because that's where they was trying to go during the thing.
Because I remember the whole point of the scene that they showed was like, him hunting his deer and teaching him, how to be a hunter and stuff. But, and then, to be honest, I love the change in Kratos' character.
Like he's older and wiser now.
Yeah, he's not just filled with freaking pure rage, steroid rage, hates everything. Like the fact that he still has like the moment where like when you see him fighting a troll guy, when he goes full like usual Kratos badass and just like goes brutal as hell, it's so cool. Right. But now it's like he's calmer. He's not just running and raging. The thing that gets me though is that he does not have his swords anymore.
Right, he lost them.
He does not have his swords. He has that axe. No.
Oh wait, did you notice that the axe, like the axe and the enemies in the game, they were ice?
Yeah.
Cause I was sitting there like, do you think that you can get like different elements or something?
Cause I noticed that like when he was fighting the little troll god, the troll god was using strictly fire. And then Kratos was only using ice.
Right.
Now, I don't know if... And then they're in like a snowy area, so I don't know if like that element plays a big part in where you are for Kratos. I don't know. I mean, there's so... Like, people who create God of War, they're very thorough. There's so much they can do with how to play the game. So, I'm going to trust them on this. I want to trust them on this.
I want to trust them.
Now, they never really disappointed me before with a God of War game, so... But then again, this isn't the usual God of War game. This is new stuff.
Right. So, are you excited to see a new God of War game, though?
Yes, I am excited. Now, when I first heard about it, I was like, I wasn't, because it's kind of like the God... Almost every God in the game is dead. What else are you going to do? And then they're like, yeah, we're going to implement a whole new type of gods, whole new region of gods. And that's pretty cool. But just how they use it defines how much I'm going to like this game.
Right.
Because like, you can just throw in some new gods and then just still make the same God of War story, and it can be terrible. I don't want that.
I hope it's not like that.
I don't want that. I really hope they find a way to implement the sun to the game a lot. That's what I want. That's like my one thing that I really...
Because then that would be like totally different from God of War.
Yeah.
Or at least from what they originally do.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
But next thing, Spider-Man PS4. How do you feel about that?
Now, I am too hyped. More hyped than I even should be.
Like, 'cause when I seen it, I was like, yo, this is kind of lit. We're having another Spider-Man game. I mean, you know, Amazing Spider-Man, you know, those games, they were not that good. They were pretty bad.
They tried. They weren't terrible. They weren't bad. They were there.
they tried for those.
But this one, and it's a PS4. It's PS4 exclusive, so you know they're about to just like go full on in, no holding back. They don't have to compromise like the type of graphic style or anything for that. They can just go full in on this game.
And then they're gonna be in like another dimension or something like that, right?
Yes, and the whole other universe, their own universe, has nothing to do with any old Spider-Man game.
So wait. So they can have a totally new origin story, right?
Completely new. They can just rewrite everything.
Okay, I like that.
Everything. Like, I even like the new suit. Even the new suit is cool.
Okay, when I seen the suit, I was like, we got the little white on the suit. Okay, it's a little different. That's the first thing I noticed. That's how I knew it wasn't the original Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's completely new though. Like, I don't really believe that they create a new origin story unless they just like. Well, no, I don't really believe they'll create a new origin story.
I feel like they should, just to make it like that much different.
I don't know. I doubt that they'll make a new origin though, because it's Spider-Man. They don't want to get too out there with it. Even though there are multiple Spider-Man with multiple different stories, I don't really think they'll go that far.
Shattered dimensions.
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited, and even the fact that the possible villains for the game.
They could have totally new villains.
Like, I remember, when you're seeing the trailer, he's fighting Mr. Negative's like the henchman. I don't know if you know what Mr. Negative is, but he's like a crime boss, and like he's like a huge crime boss and stuff, and he like got powers from the Negative Zone or something. Which is so cool, because like, thing about Spider-Man is that he has so many villains. So many. And like, you can just like throw almost any of them into there, and just like, if you do it right, you can make a good Spider-Man game.
So
like, there's so many possibilities.
So much potential.
Kind of interesting. So much potential. Now, if they follow new story completely, new bosses, maybe new villains. You can go new story, new characters. You can just implement anything right now. The combat, it has environment usage now. I believe I seen like him throw out like a heater or something at the guy.
Yeah, I seen that.
I'm excited.
I see. The hype is real. Hype is real for the Spider-Man game.
The hype is real. The hype is definitely real on that one.
Okay, sum that up. Potential. But we gonna see.
Potential. Lots of potential.
Alright, so hop into the next subject.
I still want to see more, though.
Days Gone. I want to introduce this one. So look. Days Gone. When I seen that game, I was like, yo, this game looks like a bootleg of The Last of Us. And another thing, first thing I noticed in that gameplay was that story, it seemed like it had one, it was there, I guess you can say that. So sitting there watching it, and dude's running from zombies and aiming back every, like, I don't know, 5 seconds or so, shoots down a load of zombies, keeps running, knocks down a barrier, shoots down a load of zombies, keeps running, knocks down another barrier. And it seemed it got so repetitive, like so quick. Like I was just bored watching it from right there. And the dude, it didn't really seem like he had that much of a story, honestly. It didn't seem like that much was going on to me. But just from looking at it, like a bootleg freaking Last of Us, so I wasn't really that interested. It like a typical zombie game, like Dead Rising on PS4, like the way the zombies were just all over the place.
Interesting.
But how did you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. To me, when I can kind of see what you're saying, this looks like a just straight knockoff. Cause I kind of felt the same way. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. It looked nice. It wasn't, like fancy or anything. It was okay when you first see it, but when you see the zombies chasing him, it kind of made me excited because, like, the fact that there's so many, just the sheer number of them was, like, impressive to me.
Right.
But at the same time, I kind of felt the same way you did when you talk about how he just, like, kept turning around and shooting them, I mean, I don't know if that was just, like, that particular moment of the game or, that was just that way, the way the guy was playing it. But it kind of got boring or repetitive. But the fact that, they don't, like, when you first see the scene and he's, like, seeing all the zombies, he, like, climbs under the little train. I mean, it may seem simple, but I like that because it doesn't really tell you what you have to do to get through there. Like, most people probably just kept running straight, ran into a whole bunch of zombies, got murdered. And I don't know. I kind of just feel like it's one of those games where it can be good, just if they find a way to keep it from being repetitive and just keep an interesting story. Because you can tell it's one of those games where the story is going to matter.
Right.
It's one of those games where, like, the story going, like, they already tried to make you, like, feel for the character, talking about how he lost his wife or something like that, and, like, now he only has, like, now he's like a mercenary trying to survive in, like, the world and all terrible. That's cool and all, but just keep it interesting. I want to feel for the character, and at the same time feel like he's a badass and he doesn't need anybody's feelings. So that type of character he seems like he would be.
Right. So you're hyped for this game?
I'm iffy about the game.
Will you pick it up?
No. I wouldn't say a definite pickup. I feel like it would be more one of those games where, like, if it was more, I wouldn't even say indie-ish, because I mean it kind of comes off like an indie game, almost like a survival zombie game to me. So I don't know, like,
right.
I can't really play
that thing. Better not
anywhere.
Have no multiplayer, like no tacked on multiplayer too. It better not, or it's gonna be just like Last of Us.
Pretty much.
I'm talking. Let that junk have a crafting system, and you have a little sidekick, bro. It's over. Let me find out.
I don't know. It's one of those games where I'm not even gonna say it has potential. It needs potential. Is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just put it like that. It needs potential for me to put it any further in my mind. But for now, it's just like a zombie game. Lots of zombies. The sheer number of zombies is what really kept my eye on it. Was just the number. Because most games nowadays, that's one of the things that really keeps the game into it. Like, when you realize that they just put that much shit, like they're going that much into it. Interesting. but is it any good having that much number? I don't want no goddamn huge ass fucking frame drop while playing the game.
Exactly.
Cause like 1 million zombies are chasing me, and now I got fucking huge ass frame rate drops. But if they do it right, it can be good. Just don't make a Last of Us copy.
Okay, so look, we're gonna I really don't want to be here for like another hour going through this. So look, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go through all this.
All right.
Just not taking 100 hours at a time.
Yeah. True.
So look. Gran Turismo Sport. That was an interesting thing to me because Gran Turismo 6, I think that came out like a while ago. It came out like I want to say before, like, it's good 2 years ago. And when I seen this game, it's like there was so much customization on the cars, bruh. Like, when I seen that, I was just like, yo, like, you may not know, like, most people don't know, but freaking back on PlayStation 2, like, I used to play Gran Turismo all the time, and then seeing like how it is now, like how it's grown, like it just looks ridiculous. And like I said, you don't see really that many racing games nowadays. And for like Forza, like basically Gran Turismo is the competitor for Forza for PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's basically how it's going right now. Wait, is Gran Turismo multiplayer or no?
Gran Turismo, I believe it was at one point. I think it's just a PlayStation exclusive now.
I think it's an exclusive. But if it is, then it's the competitor for it. If it's not, then RIP.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really like give much opinion on Gran Turismo, mainly because I haven't really played the game much. But the customization, they do give you a lot.
Cause like you could literally customize every aspect of your car, dude.
Yeah, and like some of these racing games now, like they're trying to do that, like give you like complete customization options, but it just doesn't seem right.
No, it's the fact that like they have so many options in the game. Like there was literally at one point where like you can take a picture of your car and then like you can like go into like a Photoshop mode and you can like set the scene and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like little stuff like that.
I'm interested in it. I wouldn't say it's a definite pickup, but I'm interested. It's one of those games where I'm gonna have to keep my eye, because it's either they can make the game to the point where they're doing too much with it and it falls flat, or they do it just right and it becomes like the newest racing game out there, like one of the good ones.
Exactly. All right, next one, Horizon Zero Dawn. I really don't have much to say on this game, so it's all you if you want to say anything.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm gonna go out and say it. I honestly feel like it's a third-person version of Far Cry. That's the type of vibe I got from it. Not even saying Far Cry is a bad game, but that's the type of vibe I got. It's just one of those games where just like I feel like you're going to be running around just like doing your own thing more so than following the story and like caring about what's going on.
So what you're saying is that this is a Far Cry Primal reskin?
Yes. Essentially. I don't know, just a third person version. I mean, the game looks cool, you know, you get your little tools and your interesting arrows and stuff like that, and you know, the game looks beautiful. The land looks beautiful. But it's just the fact that you just simply don't really like know if you want to care about it.
Like the game looks interesting, it's not as interesting as it might be to like somebody else to me.
Yeah, like trying to find out like why like there's like tech versus the dinosaurs out there is pretty cool, but I don't know. I really feel like that's as far as my interest in the game goes.
Right.
Like I just feel like I'll just spend most of my time just like goofing off, doing nothing, fighting tech zombies. I mean, tech dinosaurs and creatures and stuff like that. But I don't know. It has potential. Another game with a lot of potential. I feel like it's being overhyped. That's my feeling of it.
A little bit.
I feel like it's being overhyped. Because I feel like everybody's like, yeah, this game's gonna be great, and then I'm not saying it's gonna fall flat, but I feel like it's one of those games where it could.
Basically, we gonna see.
Basically, wrapped it up in a couple words. We gonna see.
Okay, Infinite Warfare, bro. Infinite Warfare. I'll take the floor on this one, bro. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Infinite Warfare did not look bad. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
It really didn't. Like, you know, people they was roasting on Infinite Warfare, you know, by the little reveal trailer, but it's not even that bad.
It's not.
Like, the gameplay was not utter trash.
I remember I believe it was Campaign that they showed off where you're like in space and stuff, and they got like the grappling hook type thing.
Yeah,
and
the grappling hook
like,
thing. It was alright. It was
yeah,
like, oh, that's a little different.
Yeah, you know, none of that. It doesn't like you get that like sliding around, you know, super jumps and stuff. But it's there. I can't say too much because like I don't really know how they're going to implement the whole space thing into like multiplayer. But I mean, of course, for Campaign, I mean, like they showed Campaign, and it's like I can't base that off the multiplayer because you know multiplayer and Campaign are two different things for them.
Right.
So I can only say about Campaign, but you know, as you know, COD doesn't really have many important campaigns or much care about campaigns. So
Black Ops.
I'm just gonna stick Infinite Warfare as severely underestimated. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say it's underestimated. And you know, the thing about it is people are like, oh, it's garbage, but you know, millions of people are still gonna buy the game though.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm just gonna say underestimated. I feel like it'll somehow pull through, maybe, possibly. Hope so. Hopefully they care about their, you know, fans and listen to us.
Man, I swear if this game has supply drops, I ain't playing it. I cannot deal with supply drops again.
Stop with the goddamn microtransactions, please.
Like, honestly.
Overall, underestimated. I swear, let me see another fucking microtransaction. Let me get one more supply drop.
Let me find out there's more supply drops.
At least just make like a supply drop for cosmetics.
No, just make it like Advanced Warfare. Because Advanced Warfare supply drops, they were generous. You always felt like you got something in those supply drops. Even if like, you didn't even want the gun.
Take out the variants.
No. I'm not even bad with the variants, bro.
No. The variants are so fucking useless.
Because the variants were alright to me.
Please explain the purpose of a variant, though.
You said what?
There's no purpose to having variants.
I mean, look, bro. You can have those different versions of the gun. You know, more damage, all that good stuff.
I mean, I don't know.
I'd rather have that over, like, you know, the BS.
I mean, look,
they can really just
take out supply drops in general. They can really just take it out in general.
Man,
or at least for me,
just
have
easy,
like cosmetics. Give us our fucking weapons. I'm tired of going fishing for a weapon and just like waste like 40 years of my life getting nothing.
You think DLC will have rehashed maps? Yep, it will. More than likely.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Black Ops 3 was just full of rehashed maps. I'm hoping
you're doing that for like every DLC. Every DLC is gonna have a rehashed map.
I hope not. I hope not for Infinite Warfare. I mean, what could you really rehash for Infinite Warfare? Everything's gonna look different. It's fucking space.
That's the point.
I wonder how they're going to implement the whole going to space thing, though. I wonder if it's going to be like some guy gets a nuclear, and then everybody goes into space or some shit.
I mean, I just want to know how they doing that zombies. That's what I want to know.
Space zombies.
I want to know how that's going down.
I don't know. I'm quite interested in it.
Right. It wasn't trash like how everybody thought it was gonna be, but it wasn't exactly the best thing either.
The reveal trailer, I'm not even gonna lie, I was one of those guys when I saw the reveal trailer, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And then I sat back and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, as I've said earlier when I was discussing Battlefield 1, COD is one of those games where it's always going to keep moving toward the fucking future. So it's kind of like, it was the logical next step for COD.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm going to go into this one, saying, like I said before, that's underestimated. And it can be good, it can be bad. Either way, I would not say it's a definite pickup for me.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm just gonna sit back and let this one come out, and then depends. It'll influence my decision after I see it in action.
Okay, so this is more like an announcement. Crash is getting a remaster on the PS4. Skylanders is getting an exclusive Crash tune or whatever. Basically what's gonna happen is that they're gonna be remastering like 3 Crash games. It's like the first Crash, second Crash, and the Cortex one, where he went back in time and all that.
Yeah.
That's basically all that is for anybody wondering. And let's talk about Detroit Become Human, bro. That game, that was actually innovative, bro.
Very. Super excited for that one.
Cause when I seen that one, like it's not the fact that like you make decisions and stuff. It's the fact that like it's like Telltale style. Like everything you do, like it has so much like effect.
It kind of reminded me of I don't know if you played this game, but L.A. Noire.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of too.
It kind of had that like feel to it, like murder detective type guy, except you're a fucking robot. And I don't know, it was interesting though. I am definitely going to go ahead and put that out there right now. That's going to be a pickup for me.
No, yo, like, did you see at the end when like they had all the different endings, bro?
Yes, there's
like,
so
that was
many.
Crazy. Like you could literally one of the endings was like you could.
I hope it's not just going to be like one of those games where like it's just that one moment where everything fucking pops off. And then, like, every other time you do something in the game, it's never the same.
Bruh.
I'm hoping. Because if it's like that, I'm going to be a little bit upset. But I have huge faith in Detroit Becoming Human.
Like, do you know what studio this is being made by?
I forgot the name. I'm not going to say it. I can't remember.
Wherever they are. They don't need to fuck up this game. That's all I gotta say. Because when I seen this game, I was legitimately like sitting there like, yo, this is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
This one's actually interesting.
Now, what they do about it's one of those games where I want to understand more about the character.
Right.
Like I see the guy, I was like, so this guy's a fucking android. What the fuck is your story? Are you just like a random cop?
No, he literally reminded me of Nick Valentine from Fallout 4, bro. The whole detective robot thing.
Yeah.
No, and then it's the fact that like you can run into other robots too, so he's not the only one.
Yeah.
Because you remember in the demo, freaking. One of the robots, he was trying to talk them out of it. There's like so many different things. Like you could have to do snipe him. You could have convinced him to bring the girl over. Could just arrested him. Could like tackled him off the rooftop.
You can kill yourself in the process of trying to save the girl.
Yes.
When I saw that part when he fell off too, I was like, that's lit. Now it had me thinking, like, so if I was to die then, am I just like an android? They just like it's reset or something, or?
I mean,
but either
like,
way,
then
it had me
again,
interested. Or maybe you just fail completely.
what if the whole
Either
game
way,
is that
I'm
one
interested.
thing?
I'm into my life.
I hope it's not like that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, next thing, just more than an announcement. This game called Hawken. It's like a game of like mechs and stuff. It's basically gonna be a free-to-play game coming to PlayStation in July, so be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be lit. But from the gameplay, it was looking pretty cool. It's nice to have a new free-to-play game on the PS4. It's been a while since we got one. One that people actually like.
Free-to-play games has been coming, but
Shots fired.
yeah, not gonna lie, very shots.
Daisy.
Huge shots fired. Lots of games. But look, beside the point. Yeah, I can't really say too much about Hawken.
You didn't see it?
I don't know. I didn't really like worry about it that much. It was like free to play game. I was like, it could be alright. It's whatever.
I feel.
I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those games. It's like when you see a free to play game and just like, it's free to play. It may be lit, but until it's actually out, I won't pay no attention to it because it's free.
Right, just like PlanetSide. That was supposed to be lit. Shots fired. Shots are real.
Shots are real.
Like God.
But one quick game I want to talk about though is Resident Evil 7.
Okay, go. I don't really mess with Resident Evil.
Now I play Resident Evil. Like the game, you know, zombies and stuff. This is different. This is just
yeah,
like,
they're going back to the
horror.
roots.
Yeah, and I love it. I actually love it. Cause you know, slowly but surely, Resident Evil was becoming one of those cool action zombie games where, once again, not trying to be that guy who needs a story for every game, but you gave no fucks about the character. Nothing happened. Nothing of importance happened. You feel no worries for the character because these guys are practically invincible. This is just a horror game. Like, it's already interesting. Like, I have literally no idea what the game is about, and that makes it even more interesting. Like, it's just the fact that there's so many ways they can go with it. Like, you can go pure horror. I'm pretty sure it's just straight horror. Like, I don't want to see like any guns.
Wait, did you play you didn't try the demo?
I downloaded the demo. Have yet to play it.
Why you didn't play it?
Because I was waiting until after we did the podcast.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm interested. I'm really interested in it. I'm excited. It could be a very good horror game. Resident Evil always had the potential to be a good horror game. It's just that they started falling off and pushing it more into just like straight action, and it just kind of fell off for me. But it seems like they've been listening. They've been listening to people, and they're trying, and that's what I like.
They trying hard.
They trying.
That's all that counts. Okay.
Yeah.
So, 3 more things to talk about. Last Guardian. You got anything to say on that?
Last Guardian. I'm excited for it.
You're excited? Oh, please do tell.
I was excited for a couple games, but Last Guardian, it's like I'm not super excited for it, like not like saying it's an instant pickup, but the reason why I'm excited for the game is because if I remember them saying correctly, it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a sequel or more so kind of like a game, like a off-site game of what is it? I can't remember the name. The Last Titan for PS2. I can't remember. It wasn't like Ico, but it was the other game, and I remember I used to play it all the time. And I believe it's based off that game. It's either based off the game or like the lore or something. It has something to do with the game. I don't know if it's just because they're made from the same company, but I was pretty excited about that. The game looks like, a really good puzzle type game, with story involved, makes you want to care. And I don't know. I feel like it has potential. I feel like it could be really interesting. It's something different, that's for sure. You don't see much of that.
Exactly. But for me,
it's something really interesting.
Let me just say, I ain't like it like that.
Do tell.
It just wasn't interesting to me. It just did not interest me like that.
Interesting.
That's all it was.
Interesting.
But I ain't finna round the game because it's just not my type of game or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those games where it has that certain appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll say not to everybody, well, not to everybody. It has a certain appeal to like certain people. It's probably one of those games where like you just like chill and just want to play, and not really like just want to play a game and just like relax to it.
Exactly.
I don't know. The way it looks, I like the way it looks. It almost looks like a water painting to me. The creature's really detailed. I'm kind of interested in it.
Okay.
I'll say it's more so interest than excitement.
So look, PlayStation Neo. That's basically the name of the PlayStation 4K console. Basically, it's like how Xbox doing with their thing. Xbox One S. It's supposed to be the 4K capable console, and they're gonna be making games only for like the 4K version. Well, not games only for it, but like different versions. Like there'll be a regular PS4 version, then there'll be like a Neo version. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it kind of upsets me to the point that it's just like you already put out the PS4, and I understand that stuff happens later down the road. They're putting out the VR. The VR can't handle the PS4 can't handle the VR, so they have to make a console where it can handle it. I can understand that part, but it's kind of the fact that when you feel like they're going to make games and they're going to implement that into the Neo, and it's going to be a completely different. It's kind of like a slap in the face to PS4 players, because it's kind of like, yeah, we'll give you the same game, but the graphics might not be as good, or some details of the game might be changed, and it kind of sucks that they're doing that. But then again, it's like I can understand because it's more of an upgrade. It can handle more power, it can handle VR and all that stuff. So I can understand it, but it's still kind of a slap in the face to players.
Okay, so look. Not to damage control or anything, but the only reason they're really doing this is one for the VR and junk, but
yeah.
Another thing is just for the plain fact that they need to be keeping up with PC and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand the motives. I mean, I have no issue with the motives. It's just it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain my reasonings about it, but I just kind of feel like it's just like they put out the VR. Well, they're putting out the VR, and then they're putting out Neo, and then they're really just doing it to keep up with PC, which is fine. I mean, they have to be the best console because PC's been dominating for years. There's no question about that.
Because basically, like, if developers still like need to make games that like they can't even run at 60 FPS for consoles, basically they'll just stop making them for consoles, just go straight over to PC, and of course PlayStation and Xbox, they'll lose money, so they got to step their game up.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. It's a smart business decision.
And the thing is that it's supposed to be like the same price as a regular PS4, right?
I don't even know, cause I don't know.
And even like that, they're taking a loss.
The same.
Like they're taking a big hit right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a big risk because it's either people are going to be like, I already have a PS4. Why would I need to buy Neo? No. Or it's either everybody's going to be like, PS4 Neo, need to get it. But then, I mean, like, really the only thing I can see that will bring people to their side is the VR. Because, like, that's like, you know, with the whole PS2, I mean, any system getting a slim version of it. You know, most people be like, yeah, I got the slim, but that's because I got it later than everybody else. But people aren't just going to be like, yeah, I have to turn in my PS2 to get the PS2 slim.
Dead.
You don't see people doing that. That's kind of what I feel like it is going to be like, because, you know, a lot of people already have PS4. PS4 Neo comes out, and everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I have to get this. I have to turn this PS4 in to get this PS Neo, or I just have to get the PS Neo, even though I already have PS4.
I feel you though. I feel you.
Because like when you're looking at it, I mean, only thing that can really save it is the VR. I mean, well, not save it, but you know, bring in people with the VR.
Personally, I'm going to be getting the Neo. Well, trying to get it. Purely because of the fact that my PlayStation, it be on some weird shit. And it'll be good to play some games at 60 FPS without, you know, those freaking stutter issues and all that.
I mean, yeah, hardware-wise, I mean, if you're like a diehard gamer, like us or most people in our gaming community, then yeah, it's understandable why you do that. But you know, there's still little kids and you know people who don't really care about games that much out there. There's majority kids and people who just don't play games all that much on consoles now, because most diehard gamers on PC. So it's kind of like you have those people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna get that PS4 Neo strictly because like I want better hardware accessibility. I want like the game to run smoother, stuff like that. But at the same time,
then again, like, not to kind of argue or anything, but then again, what if PlayStation, they do this like every 2 years or something, like to keep up with PC? Because then at that point there would be no point of even having a console. You might as well switch to PC.
There would be no point. I mean, that's kind of like the point I'm making, is that by them doing it, like, I hope they just don't like keep doing this every time. They'll release PS4 5 and then PS4 5 0 or something like that. It's just like, don't do that. Like, I can understand you doing this now. You're putting out the VR. You know, you're trying to keep up with PC, but don't let this become a regular habit. And if you are, just make sure the console has up-to-date specs before you put it out there. Make sure it can compete with the PC before you start putting it out there. Because I don't want to have to like be like, yeah, I'm a diehard gamer. I want to get like this game like as good as possible. But to do that, I gotta get a console, play that console, then wait for them to put out a new console, which is exactly the same console, just better, you know, hardware. And then you're just sitting there like, here goes another year. I gotta do this, or another 2 years. And I can only imagine what to do in the next 3 years. I don't want to do that. So I'll give them this one-time pass, but I just hope this doesn't become a regular habit.
Okay. And the last thing I have on the notes is PlayStation VR. How do you feel about that?
Like I was kind of stating earlier, it's only for like people who are really like ready for VR. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really care too much about VR. Like, I'm not like I need VR. Like, it'll be interesting to have. The games that they put out for VR, you haven't really seen too much of it, so it's like I don't really know how fun it'll be. But I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of like it's there to me. Like, it's almost like how it was with PlayStation Move or Xbox Connect. It's just there. Like, I don't need it. Like, if it was to come with the console, sure, but I'm not going to just strictly set out to buy VR.
I feel you. So look, PlayStation VR. I mean, like after seeing that PlayStation, it was like VR World, something like that. That
Yeah.
thing was looking dumb lit, and like it just shows like basically everything that you can do with VR, and it was looking pretty lit because like there's so many possibilities, like so many ways it can go, and also with the Eagle flight and Star Trek bridge crew thing, it's like it's just so many
Yeah.
ways that this thing can go. It can either be amazing or it can be insanely trash.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really like, I have to get this. But it has potential. It has a lot of potential. In fact, a lot of people are excited for it. But I mean, it's not like PlayStation VR is really like the most new thing. Like they have Oculus Rift, they have like the fucking Xbox is Xbox not trying to make one, or they have like some company or something like prepared for Xbox to make one, or it's just, I don't know. It has a lot to compete with. Is my point. Is VR has to be perfect for PlayStation.
Okay, so here's
Like,
the thing
really?
about it with me. If they like, they do the VR and all that, thing that I would like to see is if they have like a community thing where like people can make their own like little VR thing and you can play it on the VR.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see something like that, like a community like hub where like people can upload their own little simulations and like you can play it. That would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
But we may not see that, and we may. So, do you you wanna wrap this up?
Yeah, I mean, all in all, E3 had some pretty interesting games. They showed out a lot. All the E3s they did pretty well, except for Nintendo. But
Oh, bro, we didn't even talk about the fucking Nintendo, bro. I ain't got time. Hey, bro, basically, if you didn't see Nintendo, bro, basically they showed Pokemon and Zelda the whole time. And Pokemon Go looked dumb trash.
They showed an hour's worth of Pokemon.
Pokemon Go looked trash.
Love Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But no. Moving on.
You don't even have regular combat, bro. Like, literally, you tap the screen. Bro, let's not even get into it. Okay. Look, wrapping up this E3.
All in all.
Okay, so
E3
was alright.
Pretty interesting. E3 was pretty interesting.
It was basically like how everybody thought it was going to be.
I was not disappointed with some of the games they put out there.
Just, oh my
how
god.
terrible that Nintendo was.
Damn, I can't even. Zelda everywhere. It was Zelda everywhere. It was like Dragon's Dogma on 3DS, bro. I swear. Literally.
It's funny because the Zelda game actually looked like interesting. And then they showed Pokemon, and I was just sitting there
Bro,
like,
it was like
this
freaking
hell
Pokemon Sun and Moon or
is.
something like that, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then they had, bro, I don't know if it was at E3 or not, but Pokemon Go, it just disgusted me. And I was actually low-key hyped for that. I was like, yo, Pokemon Go could be lit. Like, no, it's not even. You know what, bro? We wasting time. Okay.
Right.
If you're watching this on YouTube or live or whatever, this has been RPS Podcast number 3. We started off with 4 people. 2 people had to leave. We could have had everybody here, but all of us didn't watch the podcast. But if you enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're viewing this on, and we're out. What's your closing statement, Adonis?
I mean, nothing much. Just they have some interesting games. That's all I'm gonna say. Just keep watching, bro. I'm looking out for these games.
And shout out to everybody. If you haven't, I'm talking about like the YouTube version of the podcast. If you haven't seen the Twitch channel, reached 500 subs, not 500 subs, 500 followers yesterday. So shout out to everybody who's like supporting the channel and all that stuff. And yeah, we out for real. This podcast has been way too long. It's been postponed for way too long too. I'm so glad we got this podcast done.
Right.
I'm really glad we got this done.
This struggle to get this podcast done was too real.
It was
So,
like 2 weeks
For
postponed.
everybody who was actually waiting on this podcast, like, thank you for the patience.
I mean,
And I
like,
wanna
anybody
actually-
who watched the
I wanna
podcast
actually
and
sit
makes
here-
it to this part, shout out to you.
I want to actually sit here and thank Arthur and the rest of RPS for letting me join on this podcast.
Right. It was fun though, right?
It was fun. It was fun.
Next one, a couple months. Actually organize it with everybody here.
Actually organized.
Okay, let me go ahead and end this stream, bro. We're gonna see y'all. Hey man, shout out anybody who's still in the stream. I hope you enjoyed the RPS podcast number 6, E3 2016. Shout out to Past Me in 2016. I was really we really did that shit. That was a cool little 3-hour podcast. Really a blast from the past. That shit was interesting to listen to for the first time. And yeah, that's gonna be my April Fool's stream for this year. That's gonna be my April Fool's stream for this year. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night. And I'ma see y'all.